Oh, wow. We're here again already.
What? What happened?
I don't know. Has it been a week?
I believe it has.
Are we being what the children call extra?
Turn your fucking phone off. What the shit is that?
Oh, you gonna
what
jump
the shit is that?
You gonna jump down my throat?
Yeah,
not
you
your wife?
you got on my... Well, she's hot.
I'm pretty hot.
And to be fair...
I'm pretty hot. You said some really nice things on that picture I posted the other day.
Sarcastic, man.
Whatever, it's there, and it's in black and white. Sarcasm doesn't translate to text. People think you actually want to eat my ass.
It was pretty convincing.
Oh, I meant that part.
Thank you.
But angry. Like an angry ass.
Right?
This
is a spiteful ass. This is the most spiteful salad tossing anyone's ever had.
Can you spite toss?
I bet you can.
Oh,
sure.
shit.
They have it in jail all the time, I'm sure.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
I am Andrew.
Andrew.
I am Chace's cousin and guest on this bonus episode.
Man, you sound like you know what's up. Let's
I
fucking run with it, dude.
I think he's done this before.
I think let's go with it.
Yeah, take your pants off. Stay a while, dude.
Take my pants off, stay a while.
Meet your ass.
It's too cold for that. And there are predators about.
Right here.
I don't think we have a topic. We're kind of just freeballing tonight.
Yeah, freeballing, man.
I think we should keep rolling what we were talking about, but we were going in pretty hard on comics earlier.
Yeah, we started on comics. That was pretty
fucking hard, specifically on Superman, because motherfuck Superman.
He's pretty lame.
Terrible. Fucking. Why is it that even still on shelves? Who the fuck is buying Superman comics?
I don't really know.
Everybody bitches about it all the time.
There's aspects of him, like I was saying, there's aspects of the way they've changed his character that I enjoy, but I still think as a whole he's pretty boring and shitty.
You smoking?
No, maybe not.
It's just CBD.
Give me that. Where's that? Give me a little snooze that stuff.
I think the only time I ever liked Superman was whenever
you want the crown or
whenever he became like God. And I was like,
Superman?
okay, yeah, it was like one time.
like when he came to Earth.
Well, no,
One.
No, there's one where he like legit became God, and like he brought back like Lois Lane from the dead and shit like that.
Are you talking about that movie where he flies around the planet and rewinds time?
Fast that he rewinds it. Yeah.
No, it's called like Ultimate Superman or something like that. But I was like, okay, cool. They're going to write this guy out to where he's like one of those like super powerful beings that you never fucking see
or some shit.
Yeah. And
so what you're saying is that movie Superman is already more powerful than him because he could turn back time and bring people back from the dead.
No, it's kind of non-canonical though. Like those older movies, those are totally non-canonical.
Isn't it crazy that that's such a wild feat that people would think is totally overpowered, but they put it in a movie that old?
What do you mean?
If it's
rewinding time?
If it's that overpowered though, isn't like Flash like the most powerful person in the
No,
world?
he can't go fast enough.
Yeah,
he doesn't have enough girth behind his steps.
The whole Flashpoint paradox is him going back in time.
Yeah, but he didn't move the planet.
Yeah,
that's fair.
See, the only reason that worked for Superman is because he got outside the atmosphere, so there was no resistance, and he could
just keep going, keep pounding away.
So how in the fuck it spun the world around, I don't know, but
he fast.
That's all. Fuck Superman.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing about like movies and comics. So it's like the movies are almost always non-canonical. Like the Spider-Man. Bullshit.
I finally just watched Far From Home yesterday for the first time.
It's fucking good.
It's real good.
It was okay. The problem I have with these movies is that there's not enough Spider-Man being Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's coming... I feel like that Tom Holland could totally do it. And he's a great Peter Parker. But there's not enough of, like, how Spider-Man bullshits with the villains and things like that. And you definitely didn't get that in this new movie.
Well, it's like it's coming to age, isn't it? Like,
how many times does Spider-Man need to come of age at this point, though?
How many times we gotta know that Batman's parents died?
Well, you have
same thing.
You have the chapters. You have Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, right? So that's just Spider-Man in that little area, like the local. And Tony Stark the whole time is telling him, you got to stay in this area. Let big boys be big boys. You do your thing here. And then the Far From Home is you're seeing Spider-Man abroad. Like he's branched out. He's no longer confined to just the neighborhood. So there's like him becoming Spider-Man.
Right.
Where in that crucial scene where he's like, come on, Peter. Or help. And then he's like, there is no help. Like, come on, Spider-Man. He's like, I am Spider-Man. Come on, Spider-Man. He does this thing. And now you have him, he's coming of age. Like the actual coming of age where he goes, to, where was it? Fucking Paris or some shit like that.
Yeah, they go to Europe on that trip.
Yeah. And and then he's on his own and he's handling shit. I was weirded out that Mysterio was a good guy. Like, I don't know if that's in the comics or not. I don't know.
But he wasn't a
He
good
wasn't
guy.
a good guy. He was a bad guy.
Yeah, but I mean, he started out as a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
In the movie. Like, he
think
was
that
like
might
the
have just-
hero.
I don't remember that ever being a thing in comic books. I always thought he was just like one of those bad guys that
See,
just kind of got
yeah.
thrown at him.
Yeah. Yeah.
My experience with Spider-Man is more to like that old Fox Kids cartoon. Because I haven't actually read a ton of comics. A lot of mine is through TV, and a lot of my comic book knowledge comes from just watching like YouTube videos about comics and people explaining the stories. And I like that.
Same here.
That's neat.
I think that's fair. That's fine.
It's not that I have, because I mean I read manga, but
Right.
I also only read like a handful because there's a couple that they just have very poor like anime adaptations. So, but the comics are really good.
It's also because like your location kind of prevents you, like, because I can step out and just go to the shop and buy some comics. You know, like there's a game shop right up the road,
Well,
basically.
It's the well, I don't know. It's the same thing, but like if I wanted to get manga, I have to do the same thing. I have to go and buy it, from and I could just as easily buy, a couple of comic books. I don't know.
I don't think like because I have a ton of comics, but I'm like very open about the fact that I don't know dick all about any of this shit. Like,
Right.
I'm Stone Man. I don't pay attention. Like
Right.
it's ooh colors, but yeah, it's
Isn't it bite?
I think you know just as much as I do, and you don't. To my knowledge, you only own like 4 or 5 comics. You know,
Not a lot. Like I have more. I definitely have more manga, and a lot of that's just because like they started reprinting Berserk in these big collector edition, like much larger hardbound, like novel sized things, and they're really cool. And it's like basically 3 volumes to a book. I think it only costs like an extra $5 to buy one of those versus buying like 3 normal volumes.
like the omnibus shit,
Yeah. But like I
Must
said,
be
I like,
like
a volume's normally like $15,
right?
and then, but that one
The
thing
one
is-
episode is $10.
The one is like the collector's editions ones. They're like $50, but it has 3 of them in it. But it's like I said, it's much larger print. It's in that nice leather bound like hardback book.
But I mean, also, manga follows like a set storyline. Like it's
That's
not
that's also the other thing. Yeah,
comic
totally.
books. Like there's 200,000 Batman variations and retcons and universes.
It took me
Yeah.
forever to finally understand that they're just they're telling smaller stories in over the course of maybe like 5 issues, and then they do.
Yeah.
It's much, and that you can buy like graphic novel versions, like serializations
That's where it's at
of
now.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
I quit doing the little
Single issues.
yeah, like 20-page issues. I quit doing that shit. For one, I don't have the fucking time to be going to comic shop all the fucking time, and it's nice to have like the way I came up with that was there was a girl that came into the comic shop, and God help this poor kid. She walks in. She's a pretty young lady, and she walks in and she asks. She says, "I want to start reading comics.
Oh, where do you even start?
Where do I start?" Yeah. And so like it's a comic shop, so you've got like these really heavy breathing guys that like
Right.
just swarm this poor thing.
Come with
And
me.
they're like, I'll help you. Start with issue number, all that shit.
chance.
And I was just like, dude, get a graphic novel. Like, just look at the cover, see if you find one that looks cool. Grab that, because it's a whole story arc in one thing, and it'll give you a good idea of what it's all about. Just get a graphic novel.
Get
It'll
the-
cost you a few bucks extra, but just get that.
Just get the biggest one possible.
Yeah. And two, I was thinking, like, this girl has no fucking interest in comics. Like, she's in here like, I want to start reading comics. She's dating a dude that's into comics. That's what happened. This girl's
or
dating a
maybe
dude that
she
likes
saw a
comics.
couple of the Marvel movies and maybe she wanted to start.
Could be. I could
Yeah.
be totally wrong. That could be it, yeah.
Because that's so popular now, it's very easy for
Yeah.
lots of people to get into that.
Yeah, it could very well be that. But either way, grab you a graphic novel. Like,
Yeah,
don't fuck
totally.
around with those. Those are for, like, I don't know, I live in my mom's basement dudes. Like, they read the issues.
Yeah, keep them
Yeah, they're-
in the sleeves and make sure
Yeah.
everything's pristine.
See, and I used to read those shit. Those shits back when I lived with my mom. But after I moved out, I was like, I don't got time. I gotta read the graphic novels.
Yeah, I mean, I like that a lot better too because it's all like it's condensed in this one thing. Also, it looks nicer on a shelf.
Tell you
It does, 100%.
the last one I got that was like just single issues, and I bought all them fucking things. Umbrella Academy. Like, holy fuck! Like the Netflix show is good. Don't get me wrong. Like it's doing fair justice to it. You don't even know what the fucking Umbrella Academy is.
I know.
I
What,
have no idea.
I've heard so many people talk
I
about it.
0%.
I can't even have this fucking conversation with you guys. I'm so disappointed.
I mean, I've
Fucking
heard
go
of it.
watch Umbrella Academy.
You
I've
said
heard
Umbrella,
Excellent.
and I went to Resident Evil. That was
Oh yeah.
where my
No,
mind
I've,
was.
I've heard of it. I've heard lots of people talk about it. I've never seen it. It's the same. It's just one of those things that's kind of up there with Game of Thrones. That like, I mean, it's there. It's out there, and it's out there where I could grasp it and go with it. But no,
Yeah,
I think
unpopular
Umbrella
opinion,
Academy is
this
probably
sucks.
way more accessible than something as like Game of Thrones is big. You know, like
Is
you
it?
almost gotta fucking take notes to keep up with what the fuck's going on in that shit. There's so much going
I
on.
think that's a little much. But okay.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty narrow-minded. Game of Thrones was,
Really?
Yeah.
There's like a million moving pieces in that shit.
but none of them really matter.
I listen, maybe
As
Yeah.
season 8 hits.
Well,
nothing
granted, it had a
matters,
terrible
man.
ending, but like,
Maybe
This is like the best worst show ever.
yeah, I would agree
maybe
with
for
that.
your average viewer, but I watch anime.
I'm not a
I can't even
loser.
say that with a straight face.
I'm otaku. By the way, I found out what otaku actually
I
was.
told you.
No, not from that. I actually did
Did you gurgle it?
I YouTube like 5 different videos about otaku.
Is
So
he
I
just
watched-
an anime nerd?
No, otaku. So, oh fuck, I don't know if I can remember all of it, but it dates back like way back. So, otaku is basically my understanding of it was it's like just a nerd in Japanese culture. Like they're very studious. They
Okay,
not super popular, not really athletic. And these tended to be the people that gravitated towards Japan's burgeoning anime manga franchise.
yeah,
So they were, because obviously
they're comic book nerds
Yeah.
in Japan.
Yeah. That's exactly it. They were the
Okay,
comic book
yeah.
nerds, and from that it's blossomed into this, kind of like nerd now. Like that was such a fucking insult. Now people are like, yeah, I'm nerdy.
Yeah,
Talk nerdy to me, baby.
Don't
all
call me
that
a
shit.
geek though, darn it.
Yeah, so, same thing happened with otaku. Like, there's a parallel. Otaku's just nerd. Just think of it as nerd.
That's what
Just
I told.
nerd.
It's literally what I told you. When you
Yeah, but, no, and you were absolutely right. I'm not saying you were wrong.
Isn't that what I just said?
I'm just
like
saying-
That's what he
anime
just said
nerd?
too.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
anime
saying
nerd.
that y'all are wrong. I'm just saying it was a bit more nuanced than that.
You're just saying that you wanted to explain it.
Yeah. I was just...
You
didn't-
wanted to hear yourself say it out loud.
I want to hear myself anyways, but, like, it's more nuanced. It's more nuanced than just saying anime nerd. There was more to it.
There's a half an extra layer, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds like anime nerd with extra steps.
Fuck it, I don't like it without Brooke here, man. I
Yeah,
don't like you having somebody on your side, and I got nobody. This
he's
sucks.
literally on your side of the table.
Yeah, but he's...
We got you boxed in.
Yeah. I don't like it. I quit.
Maybe you'll
Y'all
get.
talk. I quit.
Maybe you'll be the one to lose your cool and shout tonight.
Never.
But we can bring it back to comic books. And is there any storyline or anything like that? Y'all are like, oh my god, this is
Yeah, Umbrella
this is where
Academy.
it's at. Well, besides Umbrella Academy,
Like I said, I don't know enough about particular storylines. Like I just from afar look at things that I have. Like I have favorite characters. Like I love the Punisher. I love Spider-Man. I love Venom.
Punisher's the shit. Tell them why you think Punisher... Because I didn't really care for Punisher. This is like fucking 10 years ago. But I didn't care for Punisher that much until you explained to me why you like Punisher so much. And ever since then, I was like, no, Punisher's the baddest of the ass.
Frank Castle is
Is
a
it?
fucking G.
Fuck yeah, he is.
What did I tell you? Because if that was 10 years ago, I don't know.
Oh, fuck, you told me...
Was it not just that he's just Batman with no money?
Pretty much. That was about it. But you were like, the reason Superman sucks so bad is because he's just OP as fuck. Like, bullets bounce the fuck off of him. Like, it's ridiculous. What story is there? There's no challenge
There's
for
no
him.
stakes.
Yeah, there's no stakes in the game. He can't fucking die.
Without
Nothing
a
hurts him.
plot device.
So we got that, and then you're like, that's why I like the Punisher so much, because the Punisher has no superpowers at all. He's not even rich like Batman. He's just a disgraced fucking dude, or not disgraced.
He's
but like
literally a murder hobo.
He's just some homeless dude that lives in the sewer and happens to have a bunch of guns, and he just fucking murders people. And I thought that was awesome.
Wouldn't that mean that his superpower, more than anything, though, is like plot armor?
No, it's anger.
It's anger, yeah. He's
Well, I mean,
he's too
if you-
confident to die.
He gets into situations where like there's no way.
He's basically Doom Guy.
And I mean,
Basically,
He's
without
demons.
without the demon shit.
Yeah.
It's a good analog. I mean, but you could attribute that to any main character.
sure.
I understand, but you also at the same time, at least something will happen to Punisher. You know, he'll get hurt. He'll have to stitch himself up. He'll be up and he'll get pressed into a corner.
His tights get ruined all the time.
He doesn't have tights.
He did.
He has a t-shirt. Oh, that's right. He did start out with tights.
wore
Did have tights for a long
I don't think
time,
he does anymore. I think
and
now
like
he
weird
just
skin tight boots that like showed off his
Yeah,
ankles.
his-
Even
yeah.
like what the fuck
his
was
original
that?
design was dog shit.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But he had guns,
He did.
Well,
and he didn't care about your kid. His is already dead.
Exactly.
he has superpowers now.
What?
Well, in some
He's-
storyline, he probably does.
No,
but-
now Frank Castle is the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
well, then I don't care about it.
Wait.
He's the Ghost Rider now.
How did
except
they-
on a universal level? And he's like
Like the
thousands
I
and
don't like
thousands
that.
of years
I don't
old.
like that.
I don't like that.
I like.
Like he's well past like.
Let's
like,
just go
he's,
back
like,
to talking
eons
about
old.
the Netflix Punisher.
Yeah,
'cause
I like
that guy.
I like gritty. That's a
The
good
one that's
rendition.
like a.
It is.
He's like a grenade.
the biggest
up
weakness,
John
I
Travolta's
think-
ass.
The
He's a
biggest.
He's like a grenade up John Travolta's ass, I believe, in a movie or something like that.
Oh, no,
no,
he put it in
no.
his hand. He killed his
What?
kids, told him I killed your kids, and then put a
That's
grenade
right.
in his hand.
Yeah.
And
No.
they just walked the
You're
fuck
thinking
out.
about.
Oh,
that's
that's
how he killed his kid. He had this trip mine, and he said it, and he put it in that kid's hand and made him hold his arm out like this.
Yeah.
And he's like, you look like you work out, right? You like here's
Yeah.
some isometrics. And he's like, it's like a 3-pound weight. It's not too heavy. You stretch your arm out and hold it. It's going to get kind of heavy after a while. And he just sits there and has to hold it. And eventually, that's how he dies. At the end, he just ties John Travolta to the back of a car and lets the car drive off into a bunch of explosions, and they make the Punisher skull.
That's cool too.
That is
okay.
cool.
Yeah.
The biggest downfall I think the Punisher has is that he is super fucking interesting. His rogues gallery is...
Wait. Did I hear you right? That's his downfall?
No, his biggest downfall is that...
He's super
He's
interesting.
No, that was a poor structure of that sentence.
Okay.
He himself is super interesting,
Yeah.
but his villains fucking suck.
What do you mean?
Well, they
What?
can't throw him up against fucking...
Name one Punisher villain other than Jigsaw.
Spider-Man?
That's not a Punisher villain.
He fought him?
That's no. You and I both know that's bullshit.
I almost said Bullseye, but I don't think that's Marvel.
That's
Or-
Daredevil.
Yeah,
Which
Jigsaw,
they work on the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
They work on the
They're
same.
both like street level heroes.
He went up against Kingpin quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't even. That's like they're in New York. I mean, him fighting Kingpin is cool, but Kingpin I attribute more to like Daredevil or Spider-Man.
Spider-Man definitely.
I think he's kind of, like Andrew started. I think you were starting to say you can't throw him up against.
You can't throw him up against like Brainiac or you
Right.
know.
Well,
big
no, because
super
that's
villains.
DC.
That's
Well, that's
not-
DC. But what I'm saying is like
That's
big
not
giant
his-
like cosmic level.
Yeah,
But
superheroes.
that's not
Or
his
supervillains.
mark. His is
No, I get
he
it.
deals more with like
But there-
drug dealers and
Yeah.
shit like
Yeah.
that.
But there are situations where he gets to mix it up with superheroes and supervillains.
Yeah,
And to me, that's when he's more interesting. When he's the underdog.
he gets,
Because if he's just going to fight a bunch of drug dealers, yeah, of course I want to see him murder a bunch of fucking mobsters. That's dope.
absolutely.
But after a while, it's like I want a little more. I want to like what will happen if he had to fight Daredevil.
Well, see that I want a little more. That fucking mentality right there is what gave us Cosmic Ghost Rider,
That's true.
Punisher. That fucking that's a
true.
sickness.
No,
that you have.
No, I don't like that. I think that's a bad idea.
It's actually a really cool Ghost Rider.
I don't care. I don't like Ghost
He's
Rider.
the best
Fuck
Ghost
him.
Rider.
Ghost Rider sucks.
I don't like
Yeah.
Ghost Rider, and I don't like Punisher getting out of my neat little box that I have for him.
I mean,
Like, he
granted, I don't like
stays
that
there.
either.
He
but-
fights petty crime with.
I
a
want
machine gun,
Punisher
and
to
it's
grab.
awesome.
I want Punisher to grab Thor's hammer and for it to hurt him.
Poor Daredevil.
Because he's not capable of
Like it
lifting
attacks
that
him?
thing. Yeah, like it shocks
or,
him,
or like he throws his back
or
and pick it up.
it runs away from him, like it's scared of him.
So you just like the Punisher that doesn't win anything? Because you said you like him, like he comes up against people, he's the underdog, but I can't think of a single time that he actually like was the underdog and came out on top.
But he always wins.
He always wins.
He always wins. He gets fucked
in
up.
conjunction
That's
with
what makes
that
it
he's
so
with
great is that
superheroes.
he
No,
sacrifices
he's
so
not-
much like a soldier, sacrifices so fucking much to overcome insurmountable odds, and that's what makes Punisher so great. He's dirt poor. He has some like Soviet era rifles,
Yeah, sure.
and he's taken out entire mob systems and shit.
But
That's
I
what
like
makes
him
Superman
there,
suck.
though. I like him there, though. I don't
Yeah,
like
me
him
too.
whenever he has to go and like he's with other supervillains and stuff like that. Honestly, I don't care if I know the bad guy that the Punisher is going against. I just want to see the Punisher kick ass.
What I'm also saying, though, is that you could... I just don't think they've made good enough villains for him. Like, think about Batman's villains are iconic.
Spider-Man's got Carnage.
But, like, all of Batman's villains, they're
Carnage
kind
is the best
of...
villain
they're-
ever fucking
dope.
made, man.
It's dope.
I mean, Batman's villains are, like, they're pretty much mostly a bunch of regular... I mean, they're
No.
regular-ish. Like, Penguin, Joker, fucking Bane...
Well, they made Joker not regular-ish.
They can, but when you take the... Like, Joker's just a dude. Penguin's just a dude. Catwoman's just
Okay.
a Catwoman.
Okay.
But you could make those people more interesting. They could easily make more interesting characters. And maybe they have, and I just haven't read enough comics. I've only, like, watched the Punisher movies and the Netflix thing.
feel like
Because that's more of my way of digesting media.
Right.
I feel like that's a poor comparison because Batman also has like Clayface, Killer Croc, Scarecrow.
You don't
I mean-
think Scarecrow's got his merits?
No, I'm saying like those are like more super people than.
Scarecrow's
Like-
not super. He just
Yeah,
has
it depends on what
fear
iteration.
gas.
Well, in certain iterations, he's like,
Switch Doctor.
Well, I'm talking about what they are at base level. I mean,
and also you put Batman with like Justice League. Like Batman's on like cosmic
Bat-
level
that's
threats
just-
all the
I
time.
guess-
I
just
get
because
what Chase is saying though. These are regular people that happen to have like extraordinary technology.
Yeah.
or more or less personalities.
It's not like they're going up against Doctor fucking Doom or something.
Right. Yeah.
You know, or
God, that's...
By the way, Doctor Doom, one of the most OP supervillains of all time.
Doctor Doom is the reason that I don't care about the Fantastic Four, but man, Doctor Doom is
Dr.
fucking
Doom is
awesome.
Doctor Doom is the shit.
It's awesome.
And they cannot make a decent fucking Fantastic Four movie to save their motherfucking
give them
lives.
time, man. I mean, we've been saying that about Spider-Man forever, and then Tom Holland comes in. Swish,
Yeah, but I mean, like even like
swish,
Spider-Man 1 and 2 with Tobey Maguire.
sucked dick.
I like 1 and 2. 3
To
sucked.
be fair, I
It's
did
garbage.
enjoy the second one, but that was also probably because Doc Ock is in that movie.
Oh fuck
and,
both of y'all.
and I, for some reason, really like Doc Ock.
The Andrew
I don't
Garfield
know
one,
why- I
They
don't
ruined. They made fucking the dude from that '70s show, Eddie Brock.
Yeah,
That was
I
the
saw
third
that
one.
movie
That was-
and
I said that was
and I
garbage.
hated it.
Asshole.
That was garbage.
Fucking
Yeah.
assholes.
I'm not trying to defend anything. I'm
Should have
just
been
saying.
Dolph Lundgren.
I'm just saying that
100%.
that I kind of liked that second movie, but that was mostly because Doc Ock's in it.
I mean, the first one.
I really like
like
Doctor Octopus.
Well, by that logic, I should have loved all of them because Spider-Man's. But they all sucked ass.
Well, no, it's whenever they made. Eric
I'm not
Foreman.
saying that it's
they
good.
bastardized.
I'm not saying that it's good.
They took something beautiful that I loved and they held it down and lubed its wonderful.
All right,
You
so
know where this is going.
so what is the best superhero?
The best superhero movie? I really like Logan
That's a good one.
a lot. The main reason for me, though, it dives into some really interesting territory where they deal with like Xavier having dementia.
That was in.
That, like,
Yeah,
that's
that was intense,
su-
yeah.
and that's such a cool idea to me. Like, what if, especially
And,
not just because his powers are based like on psychic stuff, but any type of overpowered hero. If they just were losing their shit as they got older,
Yeah.
what's that like? And I have such experience with dementia as we've been
Right. Well, I also thought it was really interesting they went into like X-Men, but what if the X-Men weren't funded?
right.
You know, that was a really interesting concept. They also fucked that movie up because we got what 1, 2, 3 fucking Wolverines.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn
Yeah,
guys.
that movie's not
goddamn.
perfect either.
That one with Deadpool went too far.
Oh, the one that's like where they say he's
Oh,
Deadpool, but
yeah.
they're not the actual Deadpool
Yeah, we don't talk
movies.
about that.
Yeah, that was. They went.
I
too
like
far,
the
that one.
X-Men movies, and
That went too far.
like even the bad ones, I like all of them, but that was woof.
oh my god, it was right.
Except there was that one part where the girl just said, walk.
What?
She told that dude to fucking walk, and he just had to, she like had mind control. She could tell people like, do this, and they just fucking did it, and she was like, walk, and he just fucking like, till he died, just fucking walked.
God, that third
remember
X-Men
that.
movie is bad. That one where they made the Juggernaut a fucking British dude.
I was literally about to say that I love that one, just because of the simple fact that he said, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch."
You know they got that from that old YouTube video.
Yeah, I know they did, and that's why I love it so much.
But it's
because
fucking...
I mimicked that so much in
No,
my
they
life.
didn't.
No, they totally did.
No, they got it from Britney Spears. I'm Britney, bitch. I'm Juggernaut, bitch.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not. They
No,
got it
it's
from...
ketchup.
They got
I'm
it from,
gonna hit you, baby, one more time.
They got it from the YouTube video. But also, that movie pissed me off because that was one where they had like their fucking anti-mutant drug and they neutralized mutants with it. And they shot Juggernaut with it and it fucking worked for some reason.
Yeah,
but he's not a
mutant.
fucking mutant.
He's not. He has
He
supernatural
has
powers.
like a magic crystal or some shit
Yeah, it's
that
the,
makes him
That's
Juggernaut.
right.
it's the crystal
So
So
Cyttorak.
just any.
Yeah.
Yeah. He found it in Vietnam.
I'm that guy in the movie theater that's just sitting there with his arms crossed like, this is fucking bullshit.
Throughout most of them. I mean,
Well, they differ so much. I mean, I read the Infinity Gauntlet whenever it was in the comic books, and then I watched the Infinity War movie, and it was nothing like it.
yeah, but it was still really good.
It was good.
It was good. I mean, production. You can throw enough money at something and make it look awesome.
Yeah, but
Even
that's not-
story-wise, it was good.
That's
Like,
not-
it was just. It was.
it was a good adaptation. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
for sure, you can't do everything
But
beat
that
for beat.
but that taught me you
Like,
have
what were
to.
they going to do? Bring Lady Death into it, and then
It would've been awesome.
the average person's like, "What the fuck's this? Why does he want to bang the Grim Reaper?"
Well,
I'm
they
so
had the perfect
confused."
opportunity to bring in Lady Death whenever they started making Deadpool,
Yeah.
and
I'm
they didn't
kind
do
of surprised
that.
they didn't.
I
'Cause those
super thought they were
those
going to.
movies are off the wall.
And also, Deadpool and Lady Death's interactions are pretty swell.
They are. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't with those movies. Those movies are pretty good too. I especially like that second.
Okay, yeah.
They're really good.
That second Deadpool movie because they bring like real juggernauts in it.
That was awesome.
Colossus is in those movies, and I fucking
I
love
never saw the second one. I
It's-
only
it's
saw the first one.
amazing.
Juggernaut's in it. Colossus is in those movies, and I don't know why, but I fucking love Colossus.
Wait.
He's Juggernaut
He's
now.
in the first one, isn't he?
Colossus?
Yeah.
I think so.
He is.
They walk up and they knock on the door.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
Chance is like,
He's
everybody they're like,
he's
yeah,
like-
it's almost like we didn't have a budget for it.
He's like beating Ajax's ass on the bridge at the very beginning, and he reaches back and touches Colossus's dick, and he's like, "Daddy," and he gets thrown into a car. Yeah, Colossus is in that.
I like
Colossus
Colossus.
he needs his own movie.
No, I don't think he could carry his own movie.
You don't think so?
He would be perfect in an X-Men movie.
Man, he has such good comic books though.
Are there just Colossus comic
Yeah,
books?
he-
I didn't
for-
know
I
that.
didn't know that either.
For a while, he became the colossal Juggernaut. He took over Juggernaut's powers.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
He was super awesome. He was an
Talk
asshole.
about OP.
Yeah.
He was super OP. They had to bring that one back.
You know
Like
what else I
most
like?
comics.
That's kind of it's definitely not mainstream. What's the fucking name of that white Venom? Anti-Venom.
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 Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know about this.
Apparently, like
he healed people.
he got rid of Eddie
He
Brock.
did.
Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he really did.
Like
He
Eddie
moved
Brock
cancer away and shit.
lost the symbiote or something, and this dude, like, this Mr. Negative or some shit like that. I can't remember the guy's name. Like, he reactivates
I think it's Mr.
small,
Negative.
a small portion of it in Eddie's body, and so he has a white suit. And he meets this chick who's like strung out and like addicted to meth or heroin or something like that, and he just stabs her with like his venom claws, but instead it
heals her,
it
yeah.
heals her, like gets her off drugs.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was the
Violent protector.
it was the Dare Venom. He was going around like
I mean, that was
Curing
just
drug
one
problems.
instance of
That
it.
sounds awful.
That was just
It was
one.
pretty good.
That was
That
just
sounds
one,
like
was
that's
pretty
not
dog
that's,
shit.
that's not the only thing he does. That's just one instance of something that Anti-Venom can do.
I don't
But
like
I also
it.
think that Anti-Venom is a pretty cool name.
well they've expounded on the whole Venom thing a whole lot. Like there's like Null now, who's like the
Dude.
Lord of
I
the
know,
Venoms.
yeah, I was about to say, I know they have a bunch of
Or
symbiotes.
the symbiotes.
I just fucking like Venom. I really wish that they would bring it into the Spider-Man movies. I'm ready for that. Let them let them scuffle a bit and then bring Carnage in and let Spider-Man and Venom.
Did you
fucking
see the
fight.
Venom movie?
Yeah, I enjoyed
liked
it.
More like Venom-ish.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like they did what they could, not being able to tie anything to Spider-Man.
Well, they did a
Contract.
little too much, I think.
I think it was okay for trying to make Venom his own thing.
This is why I think this, because apparently I wouldn't say this except they're like, okay, we're gonna have Cassidy come in.
Yeah.
No, Woody Harrelson's
Yeah,
gonna
Woody
be
Harrelson's gonna be Carnage.
Carnage.
I've heard that for a long time, but I've still never seen any
They're making it right
evidence of that.
So my problem at that point, because up until that point, it was just like, this is just a fun movie.
now. Yeah.
You know, it's just a good time, and it is. Up until that point, like, oh, they're gonna bring Carnage. What are they gonna have Carnage do? Like, Venom's
kill
already
people.
got all the Carnage powers. Like, he can already axes out of his body and stuff like that.
He could always do that, though, but, like,
Not
the thing
really.
about Carnage is that he's so unhinged.
Nowhere near that extent, though. And if he could, like, he never did. Like, we never saw it.
Well, the thing about Carnage is that he's attached to Cassidy's blood. And, like...
You know a lot about comics.
I know a whole lot about comics. It's, like, one of my things that I sit at night and watch YouTube videos about.
I'm down, man. This is a good time.
That's all I do.
I'm learning so much. This is like quality learning too. Like this isn't like fucking math or something.
Right.
But this matters.
Fucking trigonometry.
But
then break down Venom's backstory.
Yeah, for real.
But the fact that like Cassidy is a serial killer. He was a serial killer before he got.
Yeah, that's why I was
everything.
in prison.
But
Yeah,
like, he's like so unhinged that like that's all he does is just kill people. Like he's just all about like he has like a fascination for blood and everything like that, and like the symbiote is also that way, and so like it mixed together and just became like wild. It's kind of like a. Have y'all heard that Deadpool had Venom for a while?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's why Venom is crazy.
Maybe I was thinking that I saw some video about there's a universe where like there's everyone's had Venom. Like, there's a Captain America Venom, and there's
those are like zombie things though. Like
those what if stories or something like that.
Yeah. But like it's supposed to be like canonical.
Oh, so that it's for real.
Yeah, like before Venom got with Peter Parker. And then got with Eddie Brock, he attached to Deadpool first.
How did he get? Didn't he get stuck to Peter on like Battle World or some shit?
Yeah,
like that,
but he got stuck with Deadpool slightly before that because of Deadpool.
How did Deadpool get out?
Yeah, that's Deadpool has the teleporting belt.
So he teleported to some random place.
Kind of. Listen, it's Deadpool. It doesn't make sense.
Bullshit comic. Oh, okay, that's fair. It's Deadpool.
It's Deadpool.
He Deadpooled his way.
That's
there.
like
he got up out of a panel and went to another comic.
Isn't Deadpool kind of like half in, half out with the rest of the lore? Like it's
I think he's kind of a Charlie. He's wild card.
Yeah,
he can just kind of do whatever. They'd be like, oh, Deadpool. Like I said, Deadpool just got up and went to a different comic.
Yeah, he'll turn up in some Archie comics at some point.
Well, apparently Deadpool in Deadpool 3, they're going to have him show up at the last fight from Infinity War,
right?
As like kind of like a retcon for Deadpool 3. And he's just going to kind of appear and like do some things, but you never saw him in Infinity War. But that's going to be a part of his movie. Like he just kind of pops up.
Is he going to save the day?
Probably so. I mean, it's Deadpool stuff. Or he's going to be like the one that there'd be like a plot hole that they're going to use Deadpool to fix.
Did you guys watch Infinity War at the movie, or not Infinity War, but Endgame at the theater?
I did.
I did. I had a really bad experience.
I did. I didn't have a bad experience.
I had the worst.
I saw it
not because of the movie.
I saw it like the second day. I was kind of. Don't know why I decided to do this, but like the second day it was out in the morning and it was packed, and people were like applauding and shit and fucking like crying. I've never been to a movie where people did shit like that.
Everybody dies at the end, right?
Yeah, or no, it's the one where everybody comes back.
Oh,
Endgame.
What was the one?
Iron Man dies.
Infinity War. That's the one where everybody dies.
Okay, that's the one I had.
But there's all the shit with like Cap. Like this kid was so like he broke his shield. Oh no. And
I got problems with that, by the way. That's another thing.
But like, I had problems with it too. I was upset with all these people around me. It made me feel like a real boomer because they start fucking clapping and cheering for everyone. You know who got and Black Panther got like the biggest cheers, and it was like me and 3 other guys clapping for Spider-Man. I was really upset about that. Like it's just like you guys hide that's fucking Spider-Man.
It's different times, man.
But we're here because of Spider-Man. Let's be real.
I was upset when Spider-Man died.
Yeah, but shit, the metal I listen to is here because Pantera existed. But fuck Pantera.
Spider-Man's way cooler than Pantera.
Way cooler.
He has Spider-Man privilege.
I mean, it's just they can have their preference, man.
That's
they like Black Panther. They like Black
Walk's
Panther.
a good song.
Yeah, I mean,
I like it.
So, anyway, I'm still upset at them for not clapping harder for Spider-Man. It's bullshit. But you were saying, what's your problem you had with the Endgame? You were mentioning that.
Oh, because Cap's shield broke, and it didn't make any sense. Because it's vibranium, and it's not supposed to do that.
But it's Thanos, and he's really strong.
It doesn't matter.
He has a double-bladed sword that he spins like a helicopter.
Well, we can get into the logistics of how that was a dumb
I watched a video on that, about how fucking retarded that weapon is.
Oh, was it the dude
twin blade?
that does like all the medieval videos?
And he made it?
Like,
he made it and he was talking
I watch the dude all the time.
Yeah.
I love that dude.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, but to be fair, that guy...
I don't know his name. It just comes up on my
Shadowversity.
feed every now and then.
To be fair, that guy's not on Titan.
What?
That guy shitting on that cool double blade.
Thanos' home planet.
I mean, I have a lot of suspension of disbelief for stuff like that because it's fucking comics. Wasn't that the movie where he was spinning it and like deflected lasers and shit?
Yeah, it's all about style. Like, I get it.
That kind of made me happy because I used to have this idea when I was like a fucking teenager. Like, I wish they would have done it in Dragon Ball Z where they would like do something like that and then fire a beam and it'd go out like that and hit other people. And when he did that in that movie, I was like, oh, that's kind of like my idea from like 20 years ago.
Wait,
you need money for that too, don't you?
I do. I need compensation. Let's see, there's that. There's keto.
No, I
made a very drunken claim the other night at the bar that I invented Monster Mash, but that's not true.
So what's this keto thing? Do you think you invented keto?
No, I know I invented keto.
How'd you invent keto?
So you remember whenever I got on that low carb stuff, that first time I lost all that weight, right?
Sure.
And basically what it is back then, no one mentioned keto.
It was Atkins.
It was Atkins, low carb, whatever. But you were supposed to cycle off of it. You weren't supposed to do it all the time.
Okay.
And my bright idea was to just do it all the time. And then I got really miserable, and I would be bitchy and talking about not being able to go to certain places because they didn't have options, and that's what people on keto do now.
Yeah,
that's fair.
So I invented it.
Where's your check?
Right? I need to call JG Wentworth because I need cash now.
So I had a really terrible experience at Infinity War.
Do tell.
Yes, I go in the theater by myself. Like, I go watch these things.
Right.
By myself. And I had taken off work early. I had hustled down there. I wasn't late, but I wasn't early, so I didn't there wasn't a good seat. So there's like the front half, you know.
Yeah.
So I find a row that's completely empty, and I'm like, all right, I just set myself down and crane my head up, and I'm accepted it. This is where I am. Cool. And watch this thing. And then this whole ass fucking family, like a whole ass fucking family, comes in. And they don't, sit on one side of me. No, they, split the bill and, I'm absorbed into their fucking family.
That's incredibly rude.
But I mean, right here. And they sat me down there was this dude, and I called him Stinky Joe because he smelled really bad. And then there was this old lady who I just... Nina. It's just Nina.
Yeah.
And she sits, to my left. So I'm kind of scrunched up in the middle, and the movie starts. I'm like, motherfucker. This already sucks.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning more towards Nina because, Stinky Joe, he's a little excitable and he gets moving around and kind of rustles that scent up.
Just wafts it towards you.
Yeah, and Nina's kind of like baby powder and old lady perfume or something. It
kind of offsetting the smell at least a little bit.
It smells a little bit like my grandma. And I'm like, all right, Nina. And Nina, I'm sure she doesn't even, she's old. Nina's old as fuck. She probably thinks I belong there. And I'm just kind of hunched over on Nina.
This is our cousin Hunter.
And I'm watching this movie. So we get good ways on in the movie like this, and then we hit there's the big fight at the end where Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, he's pointing his gun.
Yeah.
And he's like, what happened to Gamora? Where's Gamora? He's doing that whole thing, and everybody's like, we almost got this. You're fucking everything up.
Yeah, by the way, worst character ever to have in that fucking movie. Star-Lord sucked.
Well, they had to have a reason to lose.
Chris Pratt's fun, though.
He is fun.
Chris Pratt. Those movies are good. Those are the closest thing we'll ever get to a live
Yeah, but him there, though, he's almost, he's fucking useless.
Yeah.
And worse, he was detrimental. They had the whole thing beat the first go-around, and he fucked it up.
100%.
Right.
But, so anyways, during that part, I'm leaning over by Nina, enjoying the scent of home, basically. Yeah. And Nina shits her motherfucking britches, dude. And, at first I thought it was a fart. But you know how, I'm sure you know.
I was about to say, if it's about shit, I probably know.
It's after a moment, you, realize, this smell ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, it's getting way stronger, and that's not a fart. This is a wet shit. And, so...
It has a large bite. It's good, though.
It's that single barrel, man.
I wouldn't have paid $70 for this.
I would not have either, but...
Thanks, Nick.
But somebody did.
That probably sounds terrible.
And Nick's gonna be mad about that. Sorry, Nick. We're drinking your whiskey. I'll buy you one, bud.
He's gonna buy you some Evan Williams.
No, I'll get into single 4 roses, single barrel. Okay, I got you, bud. Anyway, so yeah, Nino shits her fucking pants. And I'm like, obviously the movie's like coming to a close, so I like sit up and I'm like straight up. I'm like, man, somebody's gonna notice and they're gonna take this lady, change her fucking pants.
No.
She's done. No, dude, it just stays like that. So I got shit and Stinky Joe, and like, I can't fucking be the only one that's noticed this lady has shit herself. You know, but if I'm not the only one, like, I'm not gonna take this old lady to the bathroom and change her. And like, nobody else is going to, so I'm just sitting there. And like, as soon as like people just start disappearing and shit, like I'd already seen the beams, so I was like, okay, that's what that is. Everybody dies. There's gonna be a part 2, so I just got up and left. And
I blame the movie. I blame the movie because it wasn't good enough to keep you drawn out from. It wasn't good enough to keep you pulled in.
Dude, it was not the movie's fault.
It was totally the movie's fault.
Look, okay, first of all, I'm not inoculated to the smell of shit or body odor, really. Like, I'm generally around people that are hygienic and don't shit their pants. And, like, I barely changed diapers when my kids were babies, dude. Like, I can't stand it. I can't stand that stuff.
What a coward.
Can't deal with that shit. I guess, dude, I can't do it. I have a weak stomach for it. Like, it's fucking awful. But, yeah, Hunter cannot sit next to shitty britches. You know, like, I held out as long as I could. I was like, okay, that's it. There's going to be part 2, and I'm up and out. I missed a lot, too. There was cool shit that happened after that.
Yeah, Captain Marvel showed up. That was enthralling.
And then got immediately written out of it.
I don't hate Captain Marvel. I'll fucking put it out there. I didn't fucking hate it.
I didn't hate it either, but that was the definition of like a 5 out of 10 for me. It was just meh.
Captain Marvel, I don't hate Captain Marvel because the whole Brie Larson thing and like everybody was getting all up in arms about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, fuck her. But I mean, the show
it was just
separate the art from the artist.
Well, yeah, definitely, and I do a good job at that.
I definitely stopped caring after she cut her hair.
It's just the fact that Captain Marvel is just a terrible comic book character to begin with. Like,
isn't she just Superman?
There's a reason why there's been like 20 different Captain Marvels in the comic books is because no one cares about Captain Marvel.
They keep rebooting the shit though.
Because someone's going to buy it,
right?
I mean, it's money.
The only Captain Marvel I know is the current one, but I could at least name. Well, I feel bad because I was going to say I know there's been multiple Green Lanterns. I know there's Hal Jordan. There's the other guy. I think his name's John. Yeah. I don't want to say
John is Martian Manhunter.
I don't want to say he was on the old Justice League cartoon. I can't remember his name, but I don't.
That was John. John was the Martian Manhunter, and you're talking about the.
There's the Green Lantern, but I don't want to just say he was the black guy, but it was a black dude.
He was the black Green
Lantern. But I can't remember his name, and I feel bad about that.
It's better than the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern.
But I mean, this was actually but he was just Hal Jordan. I'm talking about this was there's been another Green Lantern that was prominent enough to put it in a current cartoon.
I can't remember his name.
I want to say it's John.
It might have been, but I know John was.
I'm going to look up his name because I feel bad just saying he was the black guy. He was cool. I liked him.
The Green Lantern was good, though. I mean,
the Green Lantern is OP. Like, he has no limits.
Except Hal Jordan's just vanilla as fuck and comes up with stupid ideas like making buses run into each other.
Didn't Green Lantern square off with Doomsday? Wait, no.
They all did. Like the entire Justice League
was that Green Lantern?
He was there. That wasn't the Green Lantern. I remember that guy's name now. I didn't know he was a Green Lantern when I was.
Yeah, he was like a disgraced Green Lantern or something.
No, it was in that.
Like he had like a biker jacket on the whole time.
Guy Gardner. I didn't know he was a
Guy Gardner was the first one.
I didn't know that he was a Green Lantern when I was reading that comic back in the day. I just knew there was
fucking murder.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
He was not overpowered.
There's those like later panels where his eyes are swollen shut and shit.
Yeah.
Well, that was my whole problem with the Green Lantern was that he would always get stomped. Like he was like a second tier superhero, but like he has the most OP weapon, which was the ring. Like he can make whatever he wills to be come to fruition.
Right.
But he doesn't do it. He makes like NASCAR tracks and machine guns. That's it.
He's not the most creative guy.
No, definitely a waste. But I mean, we can get into the Green Lantern stuff and like. The Black Lanterns and the Red Lanterns and the Yellow Lanterns. They get
I didn't even know that was a thing until the Ryan Reynolds movie. So that actually, I actually did learn something from it.
Yeah,
it's a terrible fucking movie.
They get wild. Like there's like the Black Green Lanterns, which are like they're over death and stuff and like life.
Right.
And, like just create life and create like just kill whoever they want to whenever they want to.
That's pretty old.
Jon Stewart. I was right. His name was John.
Was it John?
Yeah, his name's Jon Stewart.
He also did the Daily Show.
Yeah.
No, that guy's Jewish.
Oh, I can't be Jewish?
Well,
How dare you?
Oh my
How
god.
dare you assume his religion?
hashtag canceled.
Just lost the left.
We just lost the left. We were right there at it too.
We had it, man.
We had it.
There goes that.
That's a character that I really like from DC, which normally I don't like very many of them, is Doomsday. I don't know why. It's just
Because he killed Superman.
Yeah, that's the best reason.
Yeah.
It is.
That's why I own those comics. Like that whole story arc. I love. That's one of my favorite story arcs, and it's just because Superman gets beat the fuck up.
And it wasn't even like through any kind of trickery, like kryptonite or anything like that.
No,
he
he
just
beat
got
the
stomped.
shit out of
He
it.
just got stomped the
Beat
entire
the
time.
shit. That thing killed a deer.
It did kill a deer.
It was just at the beginning. It was just walking through the fucking woods, punching trees down
He just
with
mad
one
as
hand,
shit at everything.
just punching trees
Yeah,
down.
he baits that fucking bird too. He gets a bird to land in his hand.
Squashes
He just
it.
crushes it.
it.
He's evil as fuck.
There's this cool scene where it sees like a DC rendition of Macho Man Randy Savage on a TV. Like, I'm gonna be there Sunday, brother, and I'm gonna and the thing like turns like makes the same gestures and shit is making it. And I was like, yes,
Fucking Doomsday.
He had one of the
fucking
best.
Doomsday was awesome.
He had one of the best superpowers too. Like he would
just beat
if
the
he-
shit out of stuff.
Well, he would die. Like if he got killed by something, he would always be reborn,
Stronger.
but with the immunity to
Yeah,
whatever.
I do remember. That's like some anime level bullshit.
That is awesome. So like if he fought the Hulk,
He was
Which is
engineered to
arguably
do
like-
that. Yeah.
the strongest thing ever. Like if it's just somehow like he fought the Hulk, and the Hulk killed him, he would come back and be like, no matter what, you can't kill me.
Didn't the Hulk
It's
fight
OP.
Superman in the?
A crossover? Or
Yeah.
something?
There's a crossover.
I don't know because I don't know when they actually did all that crossover stuff.
I have some of those.
There's a bunch of them.
I have all the fights. I have all those.
Okay.
No, Jubilee fought Robin, and he just like tied her
I
up.
was about to say, would he not just wipe or like wax her ass real
She
quick?
threw some fireworks at him, and he
I was
like,
about to
he-
say, what is her superpower? It's throwing fireworks.
sparklers. And he
Terrible
like
mutant.
threw a bolo around her legs, and she was like, "Oh, this is so embarrassing." And he just like cradled her because they were like
They need,
fought for each other.
they need her to make that Gambit movie.
And Captain America fought Batman, I think.
Probably.
That seems like a. Who did Wolverine fight? And
Lobo.
Who?
Lobo.
Lobo
I
is
don't know-
awesome too.
I don't know who Lobo
That's
is.
a good.
You don't know who Lobo is?
Nah, dude. I don't
That
know.
deserved its own like story arc, just
Yeah.
Lobo and Wolverine.
Because I was
Lobo
about to say,
needs to be a thing
who
in
did
movies.
Wolverine fight, and then how did they not get their ass kicked? Because it's fucking Wolverine.
It's fucking Lobo.
Lobo is like
What does he do?
Lobo is like heavy
Yeah.
metal Superman,
Yeah,
Okay.
he's badass. He's got a hook,
and he rides a fucking motorcycle rocket.
right?
He's fucking awesome. He's the most metal thing.
But
that's ever
like him
made.
and Wolverine should get along so fucking well.
Oh, 100%.
I remember you had a comic that you showed me at one point several years ago. It's with Spider-Man meeting Wolverine in a bar, and they're
Yeah.
having a drink or something. He's just kind of half hammered, and they're talking about superhero shit. And
He gets shot in the
yeah,
head.
he gets shot in the head, and he's just kind
With
of
a
like,
shotgun,
he
like
just
his head's gone.
Right, he just gets blown off, and Spider-Man's freaking out, and then like 5 minutes later, Wolverine's like sitting up, like, God, this is one of those days.
Yeah, it's just them drinking at a bar.
Did they ever bring Wolverine back? I know they killed him.
I'm sure they did.
They did
they're
Old Man Logan.
They're always rebooting that shit.
I know, but I don't know if they've done that. Like sometimes they'll kill somebody and keep them gone for 10 years.
I did
I
really
don't
like
think-
that Logan, the little girl, like the experiment girl or
Oh,
whatever.
X2.
And really like
X23.
that,
X23, yeah.
well, like his like paternal instinct. So like it was cool. Like I dug it. I
It was
thought that
good.
pretty
Yeah,
sick.
I enjoyed that.
I just didn't like other like fucking like I can two Wolverines, those two, because they're very different Wolverines. You got old
Yeah.
Wolverine and little girl Wolverine. Like they're Wolverines, but they're it's cute. And then like here's another goddamn Wolverine. Guess who the bad guy is?
Wouldn't it
Wolverine.
have been better if they just had just brought back Sabretooth
Yeah.
and just had them old man Wolverine and old man Sabretooth just beat the shit out of each
Fuck
other.
yeah.
That would have been it.
Like Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, man.
Oh, I can't wait for
Just
that.
a couple fucking heavy-hitting dinosaurs tearing the fucking frame out that bitch.
Cannot wait for that.
Right?
Although I heard that they have a new rule now. They can't knock each other out.
I don't think...
I don't know how you stop
yeah.
that, but that's a rule now. Like, if one is knocked out, then the other one loses.
I was about to say, if someone stays down for 10, that means that the other person loses.
No,
I
I
guess?
mean like out cold, like Mike Tyson knocking somebody out.
That's dumb.
That's dumb.
That's really dumb.
It is. It's super dumb.
That makes me not want to watch it.
Yeah.
But
Because that's what I was
came across
fucking
the
watching
wire.
it for.
Yeah, right?
That's why you watch boxing.
That was,
Somebody knock the
you know
fuck
they
out.
made that rule, but Roy Jones like, we gotta make a rule.
100%. Roy Jones was on.
Gotta make a rule.
I think he was on like the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was like, he just came on and said like, I agreed to this before I saw Mike Tyson. Like,
It was
doing his
like, I
warm-ups and stuff.
agreed to it. I thought he only had 4 weeks. Like, I can handle 4
Yeah,
weeks
that's
Mike
right.
Tyson, but now he's got 6 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if I can
He's
handle
like-
that.
he's
He
like-
got really scared.
Well, he was like, I mean, like, I can handle it, but like, it's gonna be harder to handle.
He was super scared.
It was, dude, he's gonna get the shit kicked out of him.
Dude, Roy Jones was like one of my boxing heroes whenever I was growing up, and it makes me so sad to hear him say that because he was such a monster back in the day.
Well, he better get good.
I mean, he still is, but Mike Tyson's more.
Mike Tyson's just Mike Tyson.
They woke that monster up.
Right? He
Wait,
warned him.
there's something about
He
the
wa-
gods of war.
it's his wife's fault.
Right?
It's his wife's fault.
Yes.
She called him fat, and now we're here. And then 2020 happened.
Right?
She called
my
Mike
God.
Tyson fat, and then 2020 happened.
He said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go fight." God,
Right, just
Mike
the balance
Tyson's
of
just a
power
monster.
transferring back to him.
Right? Fuck. The dark days of Mike Tyson's reign is upon us.
Dude,
Somebody sacrifice a white tiger.
A white tiger.
What
That
if,
would make him upset.
what if he comes out and he's just like in top form,
I
right?
thought you
And
were
then-
just going to end with that. Like, what if he comes?
No, he's already said
Like
it.
he knocks Troy Jones out, just jizzes. Like, oh!
He already said. Did
This
y'all
is what I'm
see?
talking about. What is this, Joe?
Did y'all
What
see
is-
Donald Trump retweeted that?
What?
So on the last podcast Mike Tyson was on, he said that thinking about hurting people is like orgasmic to him. It makes him want to come.
Oh, yeah. Because
and then
he
Donald
asked
Trump retweeted that out, like out of the blue with no context at all, and we're like, can you
Yeah,
say
because he
that?
asked Joe Rogan, like, what's that feeling whenever, like, you get sexually aroused from hitting
Yeah,
somebody?
Joe Rogan was
And
like,
Joe's like,
"You
I
wanna
don't know.
come?"
I don't know, man. We talked about that before, because it's like after they went off there, he's like, listen, don't tell anybody, but that's what you call a bash boner.
Yeah, well, what if it like just reignites it and he comes out and he does just phenomenal in this Roy Jones Jr. fight, and all of a sudden you have Mike Tyson at like 50 years old, like actually in the mix with like the WBC and shit like that,
Right?
and like he's coming back and like
Just
winning
winning.
titles.
Winning.
God, that would be amazing.
What if Mike Tyson comes out?
just the closet?
In the thought, yeah. that's the question.
I'm going to let you said that, not me.
Yeah, Mike. It was Hunter. Come for him.
It's not my real name.
He's going to fuck you too, you love him.
God,
It won't take much. I already love Mike Tyson.
I just want to hear him do more press conferences like that.
Right?
He was the
We might
best
be
speaker.
in for it, dude.
He
We
was
might
the
be
best
in for
speaker
it.
of our
Make
generation.
orphans out of you children.
With that.
Oh no! Like, that's not even fucking.
No.
That's not even Mike. That's from fucking The Simpsons. The Mike Tyson stand-in supposed to fight Homer. He's like, he would make orphans out of his children. He's like, but what about it? What about it? The mother? He's like, I would expect she would die of grief.
I'm excited for that fight. I was until I found out Mike Tyson can't.
I mean, that you can't stop that.
I mean,
You can't stop it. If he
yeah.
punches Roy Jones and he goes down, I mean, whoops.
Mike Tyson's gonna be Mike Tyson. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I think Mike Tyson's gonna be Mike once he gets in that ring, and especially if they allow a crowd. Once he gets in that
Oh, they
ring
gonna
and
allow
they
a
start
crowd?
throws a couple punches.
Dude, the first time.
I think that switch is going to flip, and I don't think there are going to be any standing orders not to do this or to do
No,
this. I
it's
think
gonna
it's
be
just
murder.
going to be that killer instinct just taking over.
Yeah.
Does anybody think Roy Jones is going to win? Have y'all met anybody that thinks Roy Jones?
On paper, he should. Because he's had more fights, and it's only been like 2 years since his last fight.
I don't know because I don't keep up with boxing. I think most people are just so familiar with Mike Tyson they'd go with him.
I'm going with Mike Tyson because
Because he's Mike Tyson.
fucking look at this motherfucker.
Well, I agree.
Comparing to Roy Jones, dude. Like, the one dude doesn't look fight ready. And Mike Tyson looks like he's just...
But you say that, but it was only 2 years ago that Roy Jones had his last fight. It's been, 15 or 20 since Mike's had his?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
that's true, though.
And then Mike's also been on record saying that for years and years and years, he didn't even work out. Like, he might run on a treadmill for a little while, but he was afraid of, like, reigniting his ego.
Yeah.
So...
Well, he done did it.
He did it, but...
He's ripped the fuck up now.
But Roy
He
has
is
been
terrifying.
fighting overseas and stuff for... I mean, he hasn't stopped.
Right.
That's a good point. I mean,
Yeah, I
don't
didn't know that.
I mean,
Good fight.
if I had to put money on it, I'd probably put it on Roy just because I feel like the odds would be... He does have a fighting chance to win, but I also feel like the odds would be for Mike Tyson to win, so I would gain more money if it did happen. But, I don't know, man. I know that the moment that Roy tags Mike, like you were saying, it's just going to be the light switch.
Yeah. He's going to snap, man. God bless. I'm like, wow.
Someone's
there's
When
going
is
to
that supposed to happen anyway?
December?
I thought it was this month.
Yeah,
it was
There's
December.
only a couple more days.
I thought it was
It was-
December 10th.
Yeah, I think he got pushed back.
Oh, okay.
No, that's when Cyberpunk comes out.
It is when
Supposedly.
Cyberpunk comes out. Yeah, that's right.
Supposedly.
My bad.
That game might not even exist.
I mean, let me do a little, let me look this up real quick. 'Cause I
This
feel
is
like
just a standing reminder that you can still play Demon Souls.
This
remake
isn't
and
one of
not-
those things we
not
can hem and
Cyberpunk.
haw around.
Is that on PS4?
No, it's on PS5. I'm very upset about that.
When do Mike Tyson get in ring fight Roy Jones?
You don't do it well.
The 28th of November.
Yeah,
Here's a
bro.
summary from
Oh.
the
Oh,
Independent.
shit.
That's like
Fight
It's
is on
tomorrow.
it's tomorrow.
Oh.
Friendsgiving fight night.
Well, there we go.
Fuck Friendsgiving.
No, we can con all those other people into paying for it.
Oh, that's true.
100%.
Shit, we can make money off of this. Just tell people, like, we just need $5 more.
Just need 5 more.
But, like, everybody.
We're also going to set up this table.
Have a signing booth?
Have a signing booth. People get drunk enough, they'll believe it.
I'm not paying you $5.
We're top podcasters.
We're top podcasters.
That's true.
That's where the magic happens.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number one.
Number one.
Number one.
Time for the title.
Oh, shit.
How many views do y'all have now?
Like 12? 13?
We have an estimated audience of 8, I think, down from 15.
I feel like that's better than most.
I
It's
think
better than I thought.
I
mean,
think
shit.
Yeah.
I'm always of the mind that we're just that one view away, that one right view away from it blowing up.
Right? Once Howard Stern catches wind of this.
I say, like, what do you expect? Like somebody with like a really good Twitter handle?
Probably. I
Come
mean,
in,
that's all.
okay.
That's how this stuff works, dude.
That's true.
The right person hears that relationship episode.
Changes their life?
I
That
kinda-
would change somebody's
I
life.
kind
That
of
was
think that we should
solid advice.
By the
actually.
way-
Well, I think we should finally adopt a segment and just keep giving relationship advice. Maybe not the whole podcast be about that, but just do go to the r/relationship advice and do a couple every time.
I think it's something we could maybe go back to and do another one.
There's
That's a good
definitely
idea.
There's definitely some other stuff I forgot that I wanted to
I'm
bring
against
up.
doing segments. I don't want to do segments.
Doing new segments.
Mm.
If there was one we would do, I felt like that would be a good one.
By the way, snatching
Yeah.
pole.
It's gold,
It's
right?
golden.
It's
Snatch-
golden.
snatching pole's
Absolutely
great.
golden.
Yeah. I'm going to write a book. How to Snatch Pole
How to snatch pole?
by a dude that's...
Well,
I
I
mean, I
mean,
might be good at it. I've never tried. I bet I
Snatching
could
pole?
snatch.
you know what you like.
I bet I could snatch pole.
Probably. Totally could. No, there's a handful of things that I thought about going into on that
I give a
never did.
really good hand job.
Me too.
I can
I like
really
to think
go
that I
with
do
it.
as well.
I think I've talked to both of you about this. Actually, it's like no one is willing to admit that. For some reason, they think it's gay. But man, I can.
I'm amazing.
Dude, I'm so great at jacking me off.
Oh man, I saw something. It was like a meme or something. Somebody said, if you had to bet the devil your soul on something like a game wise or whatever, like what would you bet? And the dude said, I would bet that he could give me a hand job that was the best hand job or better than mine. And he said, well, in the end, I'm going to win anyways because either I'm going to get a free hand job and not going to lose my soul, or I'm going to get a hand job that was worth my soul. Either way, I'm coming.
That's a good point.
Right. That makes sense.
It's a good hand job, though.
It's a great
I'm
story.
tough to beat.
What else are you going to do?
What are you
Also-
doing in hell?
Also,
Hell.
also, isn't that subjective?
I mean, yeah, but if
You
it's
just
that
be like,
good,
sorry,
it's
devil.
worth your soul. I'm not
Sorry,
gonna say
sorry,
that, no.
sorry, devil. I didn't like it quite as much. It could be just the same as like, I bet you can't make potato soup as good as me, Satan.
Potato soup as good as me.
I bet you can. I bet you don't make it as. I don't like it as much as I like mine. But then you can bullshit your way into it,
But what if it's so good you can't lie?
What's like playing a fiddle?
right?
Like, how do we know? How do we know? Because really, I thought the devil's
feel
part
like also-
It was way better, yeah.
Like,
was
that was
Especially
kind
if,
of rad. I
you,
liked it.
especially if you go off like the Primus rendition of that song.
I've never heard the Promise
I have
rendition.
not.
Oh, the
either.
devil waxes his ass.
Well, he does it.
I
in
mean, he does it
fucking
in the
original
he
one,
does
too.
it in the original too. But man, yeah, I agree. Johnny lost.
He's super lost. But I mean, the devil also cheated because he had like a whole band behind him and shit.
I mean, Johnny could have had some people show up too.
That's his fault.
That's true.
Travel with posse.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not our fault Johnny don't have any
You
friends.
gotta have your boys.
Get that
Gotta have your
gold
boys.
though.
I don't ever go anywhere alone.
Right.
Not if I can help it. I mean, shit. You ever... that Sunny Philadelphia did a whole episode about that. You don't want to get in a jam.
Yeah.
What if you get in a jam? You gotta have
Get
your
in a
boys
jam.
running to get you out.
And then do you get stuck with a cat in the wall? It's like you're in a jam.
Right.
It's movie night. We're gonna go watch Predator.
Did y'all ever read The Max?
The Max.
MAXX?
I guess not.
No.
Image? I think it was Image.
I thought there was going to be more to that. Song.
Oh, if you're talking about reading comics,
No, the
then
comic.
no.
The Max. I think it was also an MTV cartoon. No. Just give it a shot sometimes.
The only real comic reading I've done has been up to the Japanese variety. Not very many American comics.
Do you remember the funnies?
You mean like comic strips?
Yeah, like Calvin and
Yeah.
Hobbes, Far
Oh,
Side.
yeah,
yeah.
Do they fucking... Does anybody do that still?
Yeah.
Are they any
they're
good?
still
Yeah.
on the paper. No, they're not.
No, I mean, yeah.
I don't know. To be fair, I haven't really looked at them in a very long time.
You still have like a.
So they must suck.
There might be some good ones. I don't know. I mean, I used to have like
There's
there was
like
there was a
some
wide
shit.
selection of them. I had my ones I liked because I would obviously Calvin and Hobbes, and then I would go to like Foxtrot. I liked Far Side.
Yeah.
Beetle Bailey
I have a
Bailey was all right.
crown.
Zitz was pretty good.
Zitz was pretty good.
Zitz was pretty good. Zitz was pretty good until I saw some comic strip they did about how people complaining about how stuff used to be better. Basically taking jabs at people complaining about stuff not being as good as Calvin and Hobbes.
That might have been the best one to ever go to the funny pages.
Oh, it was.
Calvin Hobbes?
Yeah.
Far
Easy.
Side.
No,
Far
it's
Side's
Calvin
good,
and
but Calvin
Hobbes.
Hobbes is better. I
Calvin,
think.
Side.
Calvin and Hobbes by...
Fuck, I love
by-
me some Far Side.
Which I'm a little biased because
I
of
love-
him.
I love Far Side too, but man, Calvin and Hobbes, it's it.
Calvin Hobbes is really good. Don't get me wrong. I really liked Calvin Hobbes. And as a kid, like reading about this other kid with an imaginary stuff.
Having
that,
like all
like,
these adventures and stuff.
yeah, like it was great. Like I related so fucking hard to this shit. I loved it. But Far Side always like that shit was fucking funny.
Oh yeah, I think it's just differences in taste. Because I like Far Side too, but I'd still like, to me, it's Calvin and Hobbes is like a head and shoulders above everything else.
Yeah. No, I mean in respect. Like
But
Calvin Hobbes.
also,
one of the
it's
greats,
like
man. For true.
Far Side is a lot. I would say probably definitely a lot more funny.
Mhm.
But Calvin Hobbes had like storylines and things like that, and I like getting into that a lot more.
That's fair. That's fair. So long as you didn't say like fucking Dilbert.
Dude, that shit sucks.
That was some
That's one of
adult
the,
ass
that's,
humor.
that's some stuff that
I
I
was
just
just
don't understand. How like it's very bland and plain looking, and like how did that get popular?
Even after like growing up and having a job though, like it didn't hit you any different.
I worked in an office with computers and shit.
Like, it didn't
and
get you any
no,
different?
because it's Dilbert. Who fucking cares? Fuck Dilbert.
Fuck Dilbert.
I don't know, it hit me different in like I'm an old type of way. Like I can relate.
On
now.
the other side of the
as a
spectrum,
child, it was stupid.
no, on the other
I
side,
mean,
on the other side,
I
of
got
the
the jokes, but they still weren't funny.
right. On the other side of the spectrum, there's Doonesbury, and they can fuck off too. 'Cause all their
They
Like-
still do those.
That political shit.
yeah,
Fuck out of here.
yeah,
Fuck out of here. I'm trying to fucking... Like, it's Sunday. My mom made me go to church.
yeah.
I'm pissed.
Oh god, that's everything now though. Everything is political now.
Like, give me something like
Yeah, but this
everything
was
is
when we
fucking
were
political.
8.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we just didn't notice it or something. Shit,
No, I knew it was political when I was 8, and I hated it.
No, I mean that everything that
Oh,
people cared about was
Everything.
political.
Video games have to be political now.
well, back then, I think everything is now because everything's so much more interconnected. It just kind of
It
permeates.
just seems like after social media happened, like all of a sudden politicians became rock stars.
I don't know about that.
Like I didn't know who Nancy Pelosi was or anybody like that before social
You
media.
didn't. I think that's more of it just being blasted in your face.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like because of social media and stuff.
I mean, they would have talked about it back in the day. They just would have been on the news.
What C-SPAN?
No, just the nightly news, like the Nation nightly news with Tom Brokaw or some shit like that. You would have heard, you would have heard that name like once an evening, probably, if you were the type to watch the news.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't be every day with people talking about them libtards and Nancy Pelosi and have some stupid meme of her.
Looking old
Yeah.
and shitty because
Yeah.
she's old and
'Cause she's
shitty.
old.
Yeah.
Shitty.
It's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's something
That's
we
a
don't.
gross can of worms.
That's the can of worms we've already found out we don't need to open.
Yeah.
We're just not even going to talk about politics.
We
I
both just
try to
get
stay
really
out of it.
depressed.
You get really wound up, and I just don't have anything to say about it. I just
it
don't
honestly
care.
depresses me. Like just listening about it. It's
Well, we have a whole
It's
episode
so
about
stupid.
it. That's in
It's the lost episode.
It's the lost episode. Partially because it's bad. Partially because Hunter
It's
kept
bad.
saying
It's just
bad words. He said Kevin a lot.
I did say a lot of Kevin. We called
Wow.
Donald Trump Kevin.
I mean, at least you call him Kevin.
He didn't.
I didn't. I didn't. That's why
That's why that episode is why Kevin exists.
Why did you pick Kevin?
Because
Chase picked it.
this is why we picked that. We were originally going to have a guest one day, and we were talking about what to call her, and he was saying Miss J, and I was like, I don't know.
She must be cool.
That's what she wants to be called. I thought maybe that was before I knew that, and I thought like let's not call her that. That's getting too close to home, I think, or something. And I was like, let's just call her Kevin. And then we just
Kevin turned into like just a dumpster of a word.
Yeah,
Where we throw all the words we can't say into
Any
Kevin.
bad word turns into Kevin.
Yeah, we're working real hard
that
to
Kevin.
turn Kevin into a slur.
Yeah. Like the worst.
Yeah.
Because it means all of the above.
Oh, go back to the like superhero stuff. Have y'all heard about that real life superhero that was in like Seattle or something?
There is no real life
It
superhero.
was
There's
like
just crazy
Phoenix
dudes.
Jones or something like that.
Kick ass?
No, it was kind of like Kick-Ass. Like he would dress up because like in Seattle apparently there's
Is
like,
this a real thing?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happened? Okay.
like apparently like in Seattle
Now I'm more interested.
there's a law where like if one person wants to fight somebody and the other person also agrees to fight somebody,
Yeah.
then the police can't get into it.
Yeah, because there was that MMA fighter that fought that drunk dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking
Yeah,
wrecked
he was the
his
super.
shit.
He was the superhero. or
That was
whatever.
him?
Yeah, like his name was like Phoenix Jones or something. Like he dresses up in spandex and
Wait,
everything.
his given name is Phoenix Jones?
It's something like that.
That's already kind of a superhero name.
Holy shit.
Google it real quick. I promise you. There's like him and like 3 other people was like walking around just doing kick-ass like in real life.
Are they fighting crime or are they just fighting people?
I think they just find like drunk assholes and goad them into
That's-
fights. And they go and beat their ass
That's
while
not-
they're dressed in spandex.
But that's not like
Oh, yeah, he looks like...
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Is it Phoenix Jones?
It's Phoenix Jones. He
That's
has a-
hardly
he has a
vigilantism,
suit
though.
and everything. He looks like a shiny spawn.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh my god, that's amazing.
He dresses up and he just goes and beats drunk asses. He just goes people into fights and beats their ass and the police can't do anything about it.
That's great.
I love it. I mean, I wish...
That's not a real life superhero.
That's Daredevil.
Daredevil doesn't do that.
That's just
Does he not? He's just a blind
He
guy in
doesn't,
spandex.
he doesn't goad people into fights.
that's just
Okay, he doesn't go people in fights, but...
that's just a guy that can fight and he's kind of an asshole.
A little
That's
bit.
all that is.
I don't know. I feel like
It's
there's...
not a, it's
We
not
have-
a real
I feel
life
like
superhero.
we-
I feel like it wouldn't
There's
be
nothing
hard.
heroic about what he's doing. It's really
We like
shitty.
to think
Well,
that
what
we...
if, like, the person's girlfriend is like, oh, you're being such a dick right now.
Well, I mean, if all they're doing is being kind
here
of
I am, superhero.
If all they're doing is being kind of a dick, then maybe they just need to go home and sleep it off and not get in a fight.
Right?
Maybe this guy's just wanting to like.
Well, how does
He
it
probably
start?
he probably just wants to smash puss and steal that guy's girlfriend.
Probably, but you don't know. Maybe he's walking down the street and sees like some kids like tagging a walkway or something.
Oh, so he's
He's
just going
like-
to challenge children to a fight?
Well, like
18 and up.
kids, I mean like 18-year-old people of age to get into ass whoopings.
Okay.
I mean,
I hope
that's
that-
as
but
close to
he
a
can't-
superhero as we can get.
But a superhero would just like drop in and like
I feel like he might do that.
rough them up, drop them off with the cops or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
Like,
Except for Punisher. Punisher don't do that.
no, he just like
He was
just drop them like you're.
I don't think Daredevil does that
Imagine
either.
that, like,
he just whoops ass and leaves.
You're 18 and you're smoking a joint.
So that's illegal.
It's 1995. You're smoking a joint on your back porch.
And all of a sudden, Peter's Jones.
Shoot, like the back glass like busts out. It's like Frank Castle with a machine gun. Just
Don't do drugs, kids.
Or else.
I mean, that's
fuck.
as close as we can get in real life to a superhero. It's just some guy going around beating up drunk people,
I mean,
dressed up like a superhero.
I don't want that to happen though because I'm drunk people.
True, just don't get belligerent. And also, if you see
Well,
a guy
I
in
don't.
spandex saying, like, I want to fight you,
I'm gonna get
you should
belligerent.
be
I'm
like,
never
"Don't
try
do
to
that."
fight though.
I don't know, dude. That's that seems like it could be. That seems like there could be a real easy way to abuse that power.
I actually think
But
he
that's
got
what makes him
put
a
in
hero.
jail.
Is he doesn't.
I actually think he got in trouble and got put in jail because of it.
All right, so he's a villain.
Okay, fine, super villain. Either way, the word super's in there.
That would need Ken Shamrock to.
King
Holy
Shamrock
shit! But if
would
it's
definitely
consensual,
be super
then like potentially we could do like a Venture Brothers esque like guild of this intent, and we could like and just like do the whole thing, do the whole superhero sequence, like go legit in Seattle and just see how it works out.
But, I mean, that's what I learned from it. Is like, hey, you want to go do some good? You want to go do some good? Just go to Seattle. There's some drunk hipsters you can take care of.
Is that a place you want to go?
I don't know that that's doing good though.
Maybe not. Could be.
It's
They
certainly
could
not
be a bad
doing,
person.
It's certainly not doing well.
He's doing something.
I don't think that's what All Might would do.
Probably not.
If you were a superhero, what would you do?
What would I do? What are
Yeah.
my powers?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What
Dressing
are,
in spandex.
I guess start there.
What are my powers? God, it's hard not to just pick Superman, isn't it? Because that's a good.
You can only
List
pick
of
one.
powers.
That's because he's got all the powers. That's what makes him.
You only have one power.
get one.
Seattle's laws.
Oh shit!
No time.
What?
Seattle's laws.
And no
You have an area of influence that like enforces Seattle type laws.
Sure.
That's like a fucking stand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or some shit.
All right.
Oh, I have one power. Okay, time stop.
I was just about to say like time.
Really good one.
Time shit is not.
Fuck.
Go super speed. That's stopping time.
It's not as cool though.
Same thing.
It's not as cool.
Go so
Time-
fast.
Time stop's cool.
You go fast, but still like. Just because you can move really fast doesn't mean that you can perceive.
If
things
you could move
equally
really
as
fast, I could
fast.
stop
That's
time,
true.
and it would
existence
invalidate
would
your
be
power.
torture.
That's true.
If I can't stop time, jeez.
Though I do like that as like a trade-off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of it
Like
as.
you can
Like you move so fast. That
you
shit
can move
seems
so
slow.
fast that everything else is moving really really slow.
Well,
you can do that, but you can never turn it off. That's just your
Oh, so
existence.
we're putting limits on it.
Okay, this is like a superpower from like a monkey's paw or something.
Yeah, but this is like getting a wish from a genie. But
This
you
is
gotta
like saying I
improvise.
can I can fly, but I can only fly like 6 inches off the ground or some shit like that.
Right.
Well, then that's no fun.
Yeah, because that'd be like, okay, I want to fly.
Okay.
Oh, but you'll get wind in your
But
eyes.
only if you stay under 130 pounds.
So if I say something like reading minds, can I only just figure out what they had for breakfast or
Just-
something like that?
Just pick a quirk off.
No,
My
no,
Hero.
you can read minds, but you can never turn it off.
I can never turn
It's
it
just
off.
constantly, just a constant feed.
Oh God, you
Well,
go insane.
this is like
This has turned into a whole different
this
game.
is a whole different kit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I fucked up. All right, so yeah, what would be
Okay,
your
well,
superpower? I'm
give me-
sorry.
give me
yeah,
a
no,
list.
no trade-offs. Just
Nothing's
one.
off limits.
Just one though.
Just one.
Just one.
Hmm.
Then I'll just go back to time stop.
Okay. Where are you gonna call yourself?
Time stop.
Danger time.
Fucking, what's your outfit?
It's It's just a big. It's like a black suit with a big, like a white circle, and then it has like one of those crossed out things with like an alarm clock. It's just.
Are you saying you're going to be Flavor Flav but a superhero?
No, I don't have one.
It's
It's like an image. It's like a.
Got you.
Maybe it's just like a graphic tee of just.
Graphic tee of just a clock. With
of just a
fucking
clock
X on
with like a no clocks allowed.
it. This is a no time zone.
What about you?
One power. I don't know that I can be trusted, man.
Oh, I could.
That's not.
That's all I think. Because I've already made peace with the idea that if I ever had superpowers, I would be a fucking villain.
Absolutely, 100%. Like, listen, I just watched fucking The Invisible Man yesterday, and that's the only thing that I came out with that movie with is that if you have superpower, you're just gonna be a bad person.
Yeah.
And not even for like I want to rob banks or some shit like that. It's just I dislike people to such a degree. I would probably be a villain.
So, Hunter, what was your?
So pick one. Like whether you're a villain or not is irrelevant. Just pick something.
I'd probably go with some sort of like control elements sort of thing, like a storm sort of route. Yeah.
Okay.
That shit.
What do you call yourself?
Yeah.
Tempest.
No.
That's probably
the Tempest.
Are you just a Kmart storm?
It's a Kmart storm.
Inclement weather.
Al Roker.
No, that's your nemesis because they predict all your moves.
No, I'm gonna be Tornado Watch.
Tornado Watch.
And
what does your outfit look like?
I don't have one. I just have like storm clouds that like surge.
Are you just naked and you keep yourself clouded and like fog and shit?
Yeah.
Okay. That eats into your power though, so you can't fully utilize it.
Well, you can't put limitations on, otherwise.
Yeah, but that's a funny limitation. Oh, that's fair. What about you?
Okay, here's the limitation.
Oh,
I have to be naked to do it.
Okay.
But I can't carry my clothes with me. So it's not like I can cast a big fog, run across the street, and then lift it and put, you know what I mean?
Then that means there's 2 days a year that I can't stop time and it's on spring forward and fall back. Because
Yes! Daylight saving time just ruins you.
For that one day I have to acclimate for it. And it just fucks up my powers.
Oh, shit. Andrew, you're up.
Probably have to go with Magneto, man. Like, gotta, control magnetic fields.
Right on.
Like, I think, honestly, we talking like OP superheroes and supervillains and stuff. I think Magneto might have it in the bag.
He's kind of OP.
I mean, you can't stop him.
I don't know how much of what he does actually has to do with magnetism, but it's still cool as shit.
I mean, if he has control over magnetic fields, I mean, he can just, mess with the magnetic field of the Earth.
Well, what does your outfit look like? What's your name? You Magneto Jr.?
Magneto Jr.
Are you so strong though you can do that Magneto shit, pull copper out of people's bodies and shit?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Copper, copper's not
iron.
Magnetic. Yeah, iron. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why not? I mean,
you couldn't fuck with no aluminum though.
I mean, sure.
Someone wants to
throw a soda can at me.
I already know what your weakness is.
I'm made of aluminum.
It's that old Fantastic Four cartoon where Reed Richards shows him a wooden gun and he loses his fucking mind. It's from the fucking 70s or some shit, and he's like, I can't move the gun, and he's like, it's wood, and he's like, what the fuck? And he just loses his shit.
Wood and plastic exist? Oh,
God damn it! Pow.
And then for some reason, he just lets the cops haul him off to jail.
Either that, or I would have the superpower.
That's what did it though.
What was that? You said you watched all the X-Men movies and everything. What's that X-Men movie where it had they weren't the top tier X-Men, but they were the middle class men or whatever.
It's like X-Men school, mutant school or something
like that.
Is that a newer one? The New Mutants or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
I haven't seen that one.
I saw it.
All the ones I knew were just X-Men movies, except for that newest one. I think it's called New Mutants.
I think it is New Mutants.
Oh, okay.
But there's this one dude in there who has the power to no matter what, he will survive. So like in the comic books,
That's some bullshit.
it's super overpowered. So like in the comic books, like there's one time where he's like the Hulk's coming through and they're fighting the Hulk trying to calm him down, and like his super like the only downfall is that he doesn't control how his superpower works. So like no matter what, he'll live, but he doesn't have any control on how he'll live. So like when the Hulk came in and started like stomping ass on everybody,
So he might be a vegetable for the rest of his life or something.
For eternity.
So like his superpower was like, okay, the Hulk's coming, you're gonna live through this, and so it just teleported him to the other side of the earth, away from the Hulk.
Oh, okay.
And like there's another one where like he like fell in the ocean or something like that and he couldn't breathe, so he became like a sponge. Like just like an ocean sponge.
Oh, so okay. I was thinking something. I thought like if the Hulk got a hold of him, like beat him up, and he's just got like chronic, extreme like back pain
for the rest of
for
his
all
life.
of eternity.
No.
It's just like that's a real dumb deal,
his,
man.
His superpower like teleported him to the other side of the
So
earth.
he basically,
so he like no harm can befall him.
Yeah,
he
not
has
at
like
all.
this weird grab bag of like Deus Ex Machina or something like that.
That's
Pretty
a
much.
really fucking useless goddamn power.
Yeah, like there was one where like there was like a room of like lasers or something, and like his body just became like a bunch of mirrors, so like the lasers bounced off.
And killed all his friends.
Yeah, something like that. But like he just has no control over it. But it pissed me off though, because in that new movie, he was the first one to die to like be able to prove like the bad guy was like super powerful or whatever. And I was
Right.
like, this dude, like his whole shtick is that he can't die, but like he just like showed like a jawbreaker.
So you're that guy or you're Magneto? Which one is it?
Both.
Can't you
do
only
that.
pick one?
That's true.
If you're
Probably
that
Magneto.
fucking guy, what does your suit look like?
I think he
A
wore a pair.
tombstone with one of those no tombstone.
I think he wore a pair of slacks. I don't think he has.
let's
I don't
say-
think he
He
has.
didn't have. He was just like he was Steve, and he was there.
Yeah, like he
So
was just a person.
if you're sticking with Magneto, what's your name and what's your costume look like?
Man, I don't know. My costume is probably going to be like just like a big magnet,
Bunch of like tooth filaments.
a bunch of tooth filaments just everywhere. Yeah, sure. It's just like a whole bunch of spoons stuck to me, and you just call me, I don't know, Magnet Man.
Magnet Man?
I'm not very creative when it comes down to that.
You can't be that.
I'm gonna have to
you
outsource
can't,
for that.
You can't be that. That's a Mega Man boss.
That's fair, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to outsource.
You just want his costume. You have like a little magnet on top of your helmet.
Sure. Yeah. We'll just put like a
You
little
just
magnet.
dress up like Magnet Man. That's not. No, fuck that. You have a pre-made thing. You got to make up your own. It's got to be shitty like ours.
So you're
Mine's not
Here's a
shitty. Mine's
storm.
fucking awesome. I'm cloaked in storm.
Yeah, but you naked.
Yeah. But not. I mean, you're naked under your clothes.
We're all naked.
We're all
sometimes.
naked under our clothes, but
I don't know, man. I should outsource. Go to Fiverr.
Go to Fiverr?
Yeah, there's a website called Fiverr. You can outsource. and pay
Fiverr's
like
pretty
$5.
rad, man.
I don't know what Fiverr is.
Well, Fiverr is this cool thing. Like for instance, I dabble in music,
Right.
and I kind of have need of like a metal vocalist, like somebody that can do all the metal yelly,
Guttural
Techniques.
utterances.
all that shit, the demon noises and stuff.
Yeah.
I need somebody that can do that, and I don't really know anybody that can do that. But I know I got on Fiverr, and Fiverr has like a plethora of people that can do this, and they'll do it for like $20.
Nice.
Yeah, you just kind of sit there and put out, be like, hey, I got $20. Who can do this? And you'll just get like 200 people go, yeah, I'm hard up.
We'll give blowjobs.
It's Craigslist for artistic people.
Okay. I thought that was Angie's list.
So it's the spot where you commission things now.
Yeah.
What all can you commission? I've only looked for metal vocalists.
I just want to commission
Anything.
a pizza.
I know there's people who like, I mean, they can commission
Artisanal
for,
pizza.
Artisanal pizza.
Like y'all was talking about, y'all needed artwork for your title card or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you can do that on Fiverr.
Fuck that, ain't paying no way for it.
I think y'all's title card is awesome.
We gotta add Brooke in. She's not here tonight.
She's out doing her own thing. She's doing girl shit. I don't know if she would have a favorite superpower.
Brooke had a superpower.
It would be to create coffee on command.
I was gonna say it would be to fit a full night of drinking into 2 hours.
I mean, she's already got that,
That's not even. That's just a natural thing she can do.
right? She's
Girl can
already.
drink.
She's already an X-Man.
Girl can drink. You know, I said the last time we were talking about how she was like, you know, you were like, was that Hunter that pissed his pants trying to outdrink you?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, fuck no, hell no, she can't outdrink me. She can come close though.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I compose myself better, but I'll be damn near about to collapse, and she'll be fucking like
nipping at your heels.
Dude,
it's her method. It's
Right.
just her method, you know.
She's kind of unga bunga with it.
I've got
She just goes in hard.
that woman can put it back, son. She is hard to beat.
are the bars still open around here?
I think till 11.
Yeah,
For
it's
now.
11.
For now.
For now, yeah, and they haven't stopped yet.
It's been a long time since I've been to a good bar.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
why's that?
I haven't had time.
Working. Just stop going to a bar. Fuck, bars are great. Go to a bar with your buds.
Not
I
everybody
don't
goes
have
to
any.
a bar with their
I
buds.
don't have any near where I'm at either.
Yeah.
That's the
Wait,
big thing.
where are you?
Arkadelphia.
There are bars in Arkadelphia, aren't there?
There's liquor stores.
There's
I don't
liquor
think there's
stores,
bars. No, I went to that bar. I don't know if it's actually a bar. Maybe it's actually a restaurant where I had that wild date where stuff was moving on the wall.
Like there's restaurants where like they serve alcohol.
I thought it
But
was
like a bar, there's got to be a
Yeah,
bar.
I mean, it had a bar.
They used
I
to.
mean, it had a bar and there was like liquor all on the back wall. I just assumed they also sold food. I don't
Did
know.
you mean like a bar, like,
Like a
pool
like a-
tables
yes,
and like a
yes.
band playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bar. Like, yeah, there's bars. They're open. They do things. They sell alcohol till 11. Got that virus on.
So we got a virus on.
Got a virus on.
Are y'all gonna take the vaccine if it comes out?
He had a really good analogy. I'll let you do it.
I'm not keen on taking the first iteration.
Me neither.
Just because I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, I don't want to take vaccines or whatever. It's just like, what if the first go around there's something fucking wrong with it? Like, I don't want to get like the red ring of death for fucking vaccines.
Right?
No, I feel you. Like I don't want to, because they're saying like, oh, this is like record time. Like we've got a vaccine within a year. And my understanding before all this happened, like a coronavirus, they've never been able to even make a vaccine for it. So
I don't know, dude.
just
I
Yeah,
like
like
vaccine
how
within
much
a
focus
year.
have they put on it?
I mean, the common goals of a coronavirus. SARS was a coronavirus.
Yeah. Annual vaccinations.
I like to
Sure.
think that we've progressed to the point where getting a vaccine in that amount of time is probably feasible.
You think
I mean,
it'll be like a
that's-
one and done, like a smallpox thing, like
how
one and
much
done?
testing could you do?
It depends on who. I'm sure lots of people volunteered.
And you can't even do long-term testing.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, that.
This whole thing is
Don't have time for
it's
long-term
new
testing.
territory for all of us. That's why people they're trying to look at it like, oh well, if X equals Y, then why not in this scenario? It's like this is something different. It's a different beast, right?
Yeah.
It's a different can of worms altogether. And then
It hasn't had time to gestate, man.
Yeah.
It's like this cropped up like this year or last year. Right?
Yeah.
This cropped up last year. So we've had it for a little over a year at this point. And
Does not seem that long.
that's it.
yeah,
That's it. Like a little over a year. This shit's been going
then
on.
it
Globally.
Yeah.
Not just here, but globally.
And
Like
it
that's as
affects-
long as it's been here.
it affects people so differently. Like there's some people who like older people who have gotten it and just gotten over it. And I'm not talking about people like Donald Trump. Like people like regular
people that don't have super
don't
doctors
have
to go.
access
yeah.
to the highest level.
Don't
of
have that
medical-
adrenochrome to.
I know somebody who's like 66 and they got it and they kicked it in like 2 days.
Yeah,
But there's people who are like, 45 that
yeah.
throws them under the bus.
There's an online like a game reviewer that makes videos and stuff, and I was reading about how he had said he'd gotten it twice, and the doctors were saying that his lungs looked like shit, like pulled pork.
You can get it twice?
This dude got it twice. And he said it was to the point that he lost like 40 pounds or something like that.
Damn.
They had to put him. He gained like 20 pounds just from like them putting him on steroids and him having to like eat really well to get put weight back on. But yeah, he got that shit twice. And it was really bad both times apparently. And some people, like you said, some older people's grandparents get it and just like whatever, fuck this shit.
Right.
It varies so wildly in how it affects people. It's hard to you can't just assume like A plus B equals C in these situations.
True. Yeah.
And everyone wants to think that. They're like, oh, well, this is how it works, blah, blah. It's like, bitch, you had a fucking C in fucking reading. I don't want to listen to anything you have to say.
Right? I listen to all these people sit there and go like, it's nothing, it's just conspiracy, blah, blah. It's not big, it's just like the flu. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to trust what you say about the situation.
Everybody's got their own take. Well, I mean, we're having our own take on it right now, too. We're probably wrong.
My take is no take at all, man. We don't know. It hasn't been here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, a year. I mean, shit. We know all about the flu. We know how to deal with it as well as we do, and, it's been here for fucking ever.
Yeah.
I mean, how long has cancer been around? We're still fucking with that thing.
I would assume since the beginning.
Like, 15 years?
So, I mean, this is...
15 years of cancer.
We still hadn't figured this shit out. And this has been out for a little over a year. And like you said, somebody that had a B- student, is like I'm gonna fucking weigh in.
Yeah.
You don't fucking know. None of us fucking know.
Exactly.
Our top minds don't fucking know. It fucking you. Shut the fuck up.
So you say you're not gonna take the first iteration of it. How long do you have to wait?
I don't know how long you wait. I just know that, to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of scared to. It's the first... I've never been around for the initial release of a fucking vaccine.
Fucking none of us have.
It's true.
I mean, it's... And we're of age and health that it's not something that we have to really fucking worry about.
Yeah.
And that's the luxury of us, and our children and shit like that. But there's a generation up that seems to be especially susceptible to it, and that's more the candidates for this shit. And it's I don't know, fuck, it's gross all the way around. Like, I don't want my fucking grandparents being first in line for this shit either, though.
Honestly, if I was old, I would probably be like, fuck it.
Yeah, but I don't want my grandparents.
Right? No, I get what you mean. Like, yeah,
I don't want my grandparents getting the red ring of death.
Yeah, but I mean, you kind of got to weigh your options at that point. It's like
that's fair.
It's like if I get it, everyone says that, if I say like I was 70 years old, right? If I got it, everyone's saying like, your chances of surviving are real low. And then you get people on the other side going like, well, the vaccine might kill you too, blah blah blah. Or
wait a minute, you mean you've already got it? You've already got COVID?
No, like you haven't. Like if I was 70 years old and I haven't got COVID
oh, okay.
yet.
I was about to say, because if I got it, then
it's like,
but if you get COVID, you're especially susceptible to this.
Yeah.
So you
but then there's people on the other side saying, well, this vaccine could kill you too. Yeah. So roll the dice and let's see if it works.
Right on.
Yeah,
that's cool. Well, I'm glad your grandparents are willing to make that sacrifice.
No. I get what you're saying. But I don't know, I feel like Graham would do that.
I got a piss.
I don't know. I don't really know what her feelings on all that are.
I know she won't go to the grocery store anymore.
She was pretty cavalier there for a while. I think because she got bored of staying at home, and then it started coming back around, and she decided that, I think I'm going to take this a little more serious.
Yeah. I know she won't go to the grocery store because they don't like require you to wear a mask or whatever.
Right. Well, I mean, they technically do, but people don't.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that.
I just feel like if I was older, I would be like...
No, yeah, like if it's me and I'm at it's probably best to go for it, to shoot for it.
Yeah, I mean, one, they're saying you have a good chance of being okay with it. The other one is like you have a 90% chance of
but I understand where
okay
Hunter's going at it, too. It's like, I wouldn't want someone to just be that so just willy-nilly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, me being 30 years old and so they're saying they're going to have a vaccine, I'm with you. I don't want to be like the first one in line to get it.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know what kind of testing scientists do.
God, this got heavy real quick. You know what?
Did it get heavy?
It got heavy. We went from superpowers and funny costumes to Corvids.
Well, let's bring it back to superpowers.
We're ready to talk QAnon?
QAnon? I don't even know what that is, to be completely honest.
I don't either. It's Facebook stuff.
All right. Cut the mic.
Yeah.
This is top secret shit.
Is this like conspiracy stuff? Because I'm
Yeah,
down
apparently
with
Tom
conspiracy
Hanks
stuff.
is fucking torturing kids.
Oh, in
and,
Greece.
like rape torturing kids and drinking their blood or some shit. And the blood
Adrenal
contains
glands.
adrenochrome, and it gives him.
That is Hunter S. Thompson shit.
It makes him high or some shit. That's way beyond Hunter S. Thompson. It's Tom fucking Hanks.
Oh no, that
It's Castaway, man.
that was in
Castaway.
That was in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
But it was like they were
Adrenochrome.
even saying like Kelly Clarkson, Will Ferrell, like these people. But
Kelly Clarkson and Will
like
Ferrell?
there was like the tie-in with like you've heard Pizzagate, like Comet Pizza
Yeah,
and all that
yeah.
shit. There's a tie-in with that and with like Epstein and pretty much any like high profile like pedophile stuff that you can think of is all tied into this.
Yeah.
So there's been this entity, Q, who is dropping tidbits of information.
He's the guy from Star Trek.
I thought it was the girl from James Bond.
It's I don't think anybody actually knows who it is. There was
I bet
some
it is
speculation that it might be Donald Trump or who was JFK's kid.
JFK Jr.
No, that guy's dead.
Yeah, but they're saying he's not dead.
Oh,
Like he's gonna come back and become
okay.
like president. Anyways,
Those are probably the same people.
You're
that
throwing
say-
out a lot of information right now that I've never
Those
heard
are probably
of
the
before.
same people that say.
oh, it's a lot. Like I went down the rabbit hole. This
This
shit
seems
is
like a huge rabbit hole.
this shit is fucking insane. Like these people are out of their goddamn minds, dude. It is fucking crazy shit.
And
These
we
sound like
lost
the
the
same
right,
people
sounds
that
like.
think that Bruce Lee is still like living in a cave in Japan, waiting for the right time to come back.
So is this like political stuff or?
Yeah. But I mean, it's like it's
So we
like
lost the left
very,
and the right
very
in the podcast.
fantastical. So there's like this elite group, and they are Satanists. And whether you believe in Satan or not doesn't matter because they do, and they're Satanists. And they take kids and basically they torture kids, and this lets adrenochrome flow into the blood or something. Then they kill the kids and get the blood out and drink the blood. And there's lots of like child rape and stuff like that. Really despicable shit. And which like face value, like, oh god, fuck these people. But then it's like, yeah, and Kelly Clarkson and Will Ferrell.
Is
It's
this
like,
like
okay,
a
hang on.
forum or something? Like, what is this?
It's just it's madness. I don't know. I couldn't even go into all the ins and outs. Like I just stuck a toe in. Like it was way too fucking crazy for me. But yeah, some of
That's a toe?
some of the highlight. Yeah, yes, dude. Some of the highlights for me that Donald Trump is somehow like the savior for this whole thing. Like it's on him, and he's gonna fix all the pedophile rings and put a stop to all this crazy satanic child rape, adrenochrome high
We're going to drain the swamp.
shit.
Right? He's secretly
And,
fighting battles.
and
none of
there's
us know
things
about.
like when he says like kafifi,
That's a code word?
hamburgers or whatever. Like this is not him fucking up. This is like code that he's giving out to the QAnons, and the QAnons are like the truth seekers. They're like they're onto it. They got it. They get it.
Is this like an offsect of like Anonymous or something?
Oh what?
Like an offsect of like Anonymous and that whole thing?
I don't know that they're affiliated. I have no idea about that. I just know the QAnon people they seem to be just a thing unto themselves, and they are fun. Holy shit! You talk about some just good time motherfuckers, man. Like the world is a shockingly awful place.
It sounds like some people who are like, sounds like a
And
forum
there's
where
something to do with
find
like
aliens and shit
they're
on.
taking over the world.
lizard people. Alright,
This-
cool.
I don't think that it went into like lizard people, but it was a bit much. But yeah, the basis of it is lots of lot of fucking kids and drinking their blood or some shit like that, and adrenochrome, Satanism, Hillary Clinton for sure, probably
Well,
Tom
listen,
Hanks.
if lizard people exist, she's one of them.
So cyberpunk, huh?
December 10th, supposedly, man. Fingers are fucking crossed, man. My
Hard
dick
turd.
is turgid. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Turgid?
It's turgid. my fucking cyberpunk dick.
What are you?
I'm afraid to get
what
that
are you,
way.
What are you doing in the meantime? While you're prepping for Cyberpunk?
Diablo 3. Still doing
Diablo
that shit.
3?
Yeah. It's a good time.
Can't wait for Diablo 4 to come out.
Didn't what was it they did?
I think it's gonna be
Diablo
awesome.
Immortal or
Oh,
whatever?
Eternal or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was terrible.
What
Doom
it's
Eternal.
just a phone. Just a phone game.
Yeah. What the fuck were they? The fucking brass balls you gotta
Dude.
have to go up.
The reaction from the crowd at BlizzCon that year was something to be admired.
Right? People already weren't that big. Most people weren't big fans of Diablo 3 to begin with, and then you give them a phone game. They're lucky they didn't rush that stage.
They were real lucky that didn't happen. But there was a lot of boos. And I remember that one dude on the red shirt came up and said, like, is this like a late April Fool's joke? Like,
Yeah.
right to the fucking developers. And they were like, no. But then the entire crowd started, like, fucking cheering him. I'm like, wow. If that tells you that you've lost a crowd.
Well, he also
how do you
they
bring
had that
back?
bit where he was like, "What do you guys not have phones?" Like, fuck, we have nobody wants
Right?
to play this shit on a fucking phone. You
Right?
dumb motherfucker.
Blizzard
What
is
the
a-
fuck are you doing? The balls you have to get up in front of all these people and just shit in their fucking mouths.
Yo, they,
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
They-
Get the fuck out of here.
they
Right,
brought
and
it
this
back
is-
with that cinematic, though, for Diablo 4.
This is
It
a
was-
company that's like known for making like real big boy video games, like fucking Diablo, your Warcrafts, the strategy ones, and the MMO,
Right.
fucking Overwatch, all kinds of shit. And then you get like
I'm trying to
fucking like
match
a
that.
phone game.
Oh, you can try.
Like I understand wanting to get into the
Buddy.
mobile market.
Buddy! Fucking big and tall just fucking challenged my ass, man.
What happened?
I said I'm trying to. He took a drink, so I'm grabbing a drink. I said politely, I'm trying to match you, and he
It was
looked
just a
me in my fucking eyes.
A gentleman's
said,
wager.
You can try.
It's a gentleman's challenge. That's all it is.
I might want to save that for tomorrow night.
I mean, tomorrow is another day.
Fuck that. He wants to fucking. He wants to.
I'm gonna leave him at your house then.
I don't get ignorant.
Shit. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I don't think I've ever been around you really drunk.
No, except for the time you poured whiskey down my throat.
I didn't know that you had never drank to that point either.
Wow.
I didn't. I just assumed he's like 16. He's gotten drunk several times.
You're a fucking horrible person. That's because you've been hanging out with me, though.
Yeah. Well, you didn't
Probably.
drink that much when we started hanging out again, too. You were pretty light on it back then because you were drinking like Mike's Hard Lemonade.
I remember the first time I ever met Hunter.
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I ever met him. He was experimenting.
I was?
Yeah,
Oh, that was the first time you ever met
that was the
him?
first time I ever met him. Yeah,
That was that day that you and
It's on shrooms or something?
the other
Yeah.
That wasn't an experiment, so I knew exactly what was going to happen.
that was yeah. Boy, that was a fucking day.
Yeah, that was
Heard something about
searching for
a
a
giant-
specific result.
Heard something about a giant turtle and like squirrels talking to
There's
you
a
or
giant
something.
turtle in my backyard. We smashed a tiny guitar on the way to Hot Springs.
I could have swore that thing just blew up.
No, it got smashed.
I could have swore like he was just holding OC Money was just holding that thing and it just exploded.
Yeah. No, he exploded it himself.
That was a wild time.
We took y'all to a nice restaurant.
That was
Did
a
not
bad
like it.
idea.
You guys did not like it.
That was a bad idea. Yeah, that was awful. Should not have done that.
Anyways, what level on Diablo 3 are you?
I don't even know, man. I
Like-
really don't know. 30 something maybe.
I mean,
What?
they have
act?
what actually like they have like
3. I'm in the desert.
so you just started recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I played it a long time ago. This is as far as I got, and then my buddy got Borderlands, whatever, and was like, "You have to." I don't care for Borderlands, but he loves it, and
Yeah.
I love him, so he got it, so I got it, and we started playing that instead. But yeah, that was as far as I got, and I love the game. So like, I recently I've been playing Minecraft Dungeons with my 7-year-old, and she really liked it, and we beat the shit out of it, and she was kind of like, maybe throw something a little heavier at her. So I threw a Diablo 3 at her, and she was like, fuck yeah. She took to it like a duck to water. And
Did you play like 1 and 2 and all that, or
no,
you didn't?
this is my first Diablo title.
they're really good series. Diablo 4, they're going to bring it back to like the more nitty gritty because like Diablo 3 was all cartoony and everything.
Was it? It's pretty fucking gritty.
It's way more cartoony.
Oh,
than
dude,
like
I don't care as long as I can play with a controller.
Can you not with Diablo 3?
I mean, like
can.
bodies
What
like
I'm saying
fly
is
everywhere. There's blood just.
It was way more visceral.
No, it wasn't. It was sort of fucking.
The imagery was. The imagery was.
Maybe for the time. I don't think that's really what people are about. They're more,
they took Diablo 3 and they used like that cartoony kind of graphics like they use with World of Warcraft
well,
and stuff
people,
like that.
that was a complaint that people had, but I think most of what people had to do with the gameplay and the character building, and it was a little more cookie cutter than it is other ones.
It was a lot more.
I don't care as long as I said now. Ever since they brought out the idea that you can use a controller playing it, I'm not an elitist. Even though I have a gaming PC, I don't give a shit about mouse and keyboard. I prefer to use a controller. I heard a really good analogy that a guy said a while back, and it's like, if I'm using a mouse and a keyboard, I'd contribute that to work. It's like, if I'm playing games and having fun, give me a controller.
Right.
And I kind of agree with that. There's a handful that I'll play, like, if I get the wild hair to play, like, Age of Empires or something like that.
It's like a mental cue.
Yeah. It's something that you might need, need a mouse and keyboard.
The way he grabbed that.
That's...
Damn it.
That doesn't play very well for audio.
It does it. He grabbed it forcefully, like there was a challenge that had been made.
To my understanding, there was. What's that one?
What's that?
I didn't want that nasty shit.
That stuff.
That cigarette, that's got some stank on it, too.
It does. I'm not a fan.
After like the third drink, it really goes away.
So the third drink, I would probably be... I would probably have had about 6 beer at that point.
I felt like I'm about 6 beer in right now. Like, I really want to let that last one marinate, but I ain't going to be outdone.
I'm 6 beers in, too.
Well, I mean, if you're going to have 6 beer, you might as well have...
have 8.
Isn't that how it goes? You might as well have 8.
Sometimes 6 is all you need.
I don't know. I really... Like I was telling you earlier, like I really kind of touched base with... whenever you said Izzy was like a 5 out of 10, like constantly.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's usually what I am.
Really
about
disappointed
5 out of
with
10 most times.
But drinking?
Yeah.
You a bit of an alky?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that's no good, man.
I wouldn't really call it an alcoholic.
That's no good. Says the dude with a CBD. I love CBD, man.
You got that at Easy Mart, didn't you?
Yeah.
The CBD pills. Or maybe even the gummies.
It's the roll-on.
The roll-on.
It's for arthritis.
Does that work?
Fuck no. I had my recent, like, my real, like, I delved into some CBD. I ruptured a disc in my back, and because that's where you do that.
Yeah.
But it got really fucking bad, and I had this crazy like sciatic pain, like you have the sciatic nerve that goes like in your spine, like all the way down your leg and shit, and oh god, this shit was goddamn excruciating. Like I can't really put to words. Like there were hours spent just like in tears, like gritting my teeth, like slamming my fist on the floor, like just hours, dude, of this just fucking agony. It was the worst shit I've ever gone through. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah. CBD.
Oh yeah. So anyways, this is going on. And I was looking for fucking anything, dude, like anything at all that might help. And I went and got CBD and started taking that shit. And I took it for a good, like, 4 months, something like that. Nah, not 4 months. It hadn't even been 4 months.
Was this like the roll-on stuff, or?
No, longer. I just recently quit taking it.
3 months? 2 months?
Like, I ran out, and I just don't take it anymore. Like, it didn't do anything. It did absolutely fucking nothing.
See, I always kind of thought to myself that, like, it wouldn't really do anything. Like, if anything, it was kind of like a mental thing. Like, you want it to work, so it does.
Yeah.
That's what I always kind of attributed it to. Because I have back pains in my lower back.
Maybe.
I got from, like, the Navy.
Well, and I don't really have back pain now. Like, I've kind of, I've worked really hard to get out of that and to, maintain, a healthy
body and mind.
All that shit. Keep that fucking pain away.
Yeah.
I've been working really hard at that. And it might just be like that was a flare up and I don't need it now. Like maybe it would be beneficial long term, something like that. But I don't have any pain now and I haven't been taking it. I can say this: it does not. It absolutely doesn't work. Like in the month that it had to like really work, it didn't do shit. Like nothing happened. And I don't know. It's not pain relief. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work.
Well, you heard it here first. CBD is a sham.
To me, I mean, fuck, if it works for you, it works for you, man. But
you just got to get all the toxins out of your body.
CBD's kind of it's a little bit in the league of its own. It's not quite like essential oils, right? Or are we lumping it in with that?
Have you ever done one of those like detox things?
A detox?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like an enema?
No, I didn't go that far.
An oil enema? Or
no, I didn't go that
juice
far.
Juice cleanse or something?
Dude, that's a
kind of like a
You ever had one of those? You ever had one of those like a colonic?
I've never had anything like,
You talk about being clean.
Posterior.
You talk about.
Oh, I bet you feel clean afterwards.
Fucking amazing.
I did one where.
Never had that. I don't really want to talk him into doing it.
I've done one where like it was like a series of drinks you take and like it's supposed to clean you out and stuff like that, like get all the toxins out or whatever.
Yeah.
And
so magnesium citrate.
Pretty much.
Basically,
it was a laxative.
Yeah.
It was just a bunch of laxatives. I mean, don't get me wrong. I felt fucking very light afterwards.
Right.
But it was the
taking the shit's always
thing.
Good.
No, it was beyond that. It was
to the point it was bad.
If it works,
like,
I guess. I like to do my shitting the old-fashioned way.
I mean,
like
I guess maybe it worked.
Like it's work.
Yeah. Good fibrous dump.
like you're in there fighting it.
Yeah.
you come out sweating.
You feel accomplished afterwards. It's a real core workout.
Yeah, like you've beaten something. Like, yeah.
I always feel like after a good shit, like a little tired. Like I need a little bit of a nap or a sit down. I need to sit down. I need I don't fight them for fuck's sake, but I mean,
he does.
You need to get more fiber in your diet. You'll have to fight one.
It's like a grim sort of satisfaction. Like
a grim satisfaction.
And like afterwards, I'm like, God damn, like I need to collect my thoughts,
Right.
I need to think about what just happened and to sort it out.
Why am I talking like this?
What, with your leg up?
No, just talking about this stupid shit.
What, talking about pooping?
No, there's people who I'm actively dating. Just fucking listen to this shit.
Dude, if they like you, they're not going to care.
What's wrong? Your shits are good and fibrous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is...
You're a healthy man.
Yeah, that is like if I'm a girl and I'm looking for a good mate, like and like some dude's like, yeah.
You don't want colon problems.
Just casually mentions during conversation that he has healthy fibrous shits. I'm gonna be like, damn, like this guy is probably
takes care of himself.
He takes care of himself.
100%. And it's a bonus episode. I mean,
and he enjoys it.
Well, this is non-canon.
Yeah, sure.
He enjoys the challenge, the fight.
I mean, if you have problems, it could be
he's willing to take on what life throws at us.
Yeah, if you have colonic problems,
secure.
If you have colonic problems, they could look at that and be like, "That's bad genetics."
Or do you see this dump coming on and just think fucking plus ultra?
Plus ultra, just maximum effort. Just give it your all.
His fire won't burn long, but it will burn bright.
So Frank Castle is one of the best.
I bet his shits are so fibrous.
That guy probably shits bricks.
Probably so.
I think Spider-Man's poops are like
too hard, webby.
Yeah,
a little sticky.
They don't flush things. You like shove them down.
Really pisses Aunt May off.
I wonder how much Superman has to like hold back whenever he's on the toilet.
Spider-Man jizz.
Okay. Oh, we can get into that. I know a lot about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for one, like I don't believe, and you can correct me on this because you seem to be Like, I'm bowing to your knowledge at this shit.
This is a good topic.
All right. So, to my knowledge, his spider abilities would neither affect his shitting nor his jizzing. Correct?
I mean, I'm sure he could probably pump out a little more effort than most people. But I do know
That's true.
that his jizzing is radioactive. And indeed, in one storyline, killed Mary Jane.
Oh, wait, I have heard that before.
Huge bomb right there.
Yeah, like gives her cancer.
He gives her cancer because of his radioactive
trying to get him
because of his radioactive jizz. 100%. 100%.
What fucking writer had such a Spider-Man?
This is a story arc for Spider-Man?
100%.
Holy shit.
Mary Jane is
dish.
dead in this story arc because she contracted cancer because of his radioactive jizz.
What a fucking... Who
Is
hates
that how
Spider-Man that much?
Somebody.
I really want to know how they approached this story.
They started it off with saying that Mary Jane was dead because of X, Y, and Z.
Holy shit.
That's just in the first few panels.
I'm pretty sure it's in the first. It's in the first.
The year is 2013. Mary Jane is dead because of Peter Parker's jizz.
100%.
Super spider jizz.
100%.
He's sad.
And yeah, that was it. He was trying to. It was like sad Peter Parker because he had killed Mary Jane.
So does he still make jokes as Spider-Man? Is he still Spider-Man?
He was older Spider-Man.
He makes much darker jokes.
He was not happy about it, and neither was she.
Well, yeah, because she's dying of spider jizz.
That's why you said Spider-Man's jizz. I was like, we can talk about this. This is a thing that I know about.
So he's got to wrap it up.
I don't even know if that would stop it. It's like some gamma rays would come out.
You think it would eat through the fucking condom?
I don't think that it's a good barrier.